Okay. Okay. We are live now. Hello all. Hello. कैसे हो भाई लोग? How are you all? Waiting. Chalo. I am live now. I hope you all are able to watch me, see me. Okay. How are you all doing? Hi all. Very good to see you all. Waiting. Yes, I am here for you all. Waiting. Hi. Suren, thanks a lot for joining. It really means a lot. Manikanta, good evening, Omar. Good to see you all. George, hi. Hello, George. How are you? Yes, it has started, brother. Okay. Open the session. Yes. Hello, Sergi. Time is up. Yes, Sergi is back. Good. Nice to see you all. Good evening, Sergi. Good to see you back. Thanks a lot, Shiva. Okay, how are you all doing? Good. Okay, quickly go to the Telegram group and tell your friends that the session is started just now and ask them to join quickly. People on LinkedIn, can you give me a yes? You are with me. What are you all doing on LinkedIn? No comments from LinkedIn, so I can see. Yes, I am good. Thanks a lot for all your efforts joining class today. Right, and very good to see you all. Ask your friends to join. Telegram link is open to everyone, right? So you all can join into Telegram group, and it will be purely on English. But I'm trying to make sure I cover most of the things. Right. Good. Very good. People on LinkedIn, can you give me a yes if you are available? I can see only Rahul with me, but if you are here, please let me know, guys, if you are here. So this is the Telegram link. For documents, whatever I teach, all the documents and theory, everything will be on the Telegram. So you can see. Okay, great. So another 1-2 minutes, we will wait for the people to join. Once the people join, and then we can start the class. Okay. Right. Great. Hanu, thanks a lot. Okay. People on LinkedIn, how many people are there on LinkedIn? Let me see. People on LinkedIn are always shy ki yaar, my manager will come to know if I'm typing something in a live stream. Okay. So let's see like what exactly how many people are there. Oh, okay. People are there on LinkedIn. That's good. That's good. Okay. So let's start the class. Shall we start the class? Yes. Yes, no. Good. No problem, Sumant. I will teach you from basics, everything, right? Okay, great. So let's start the class, guys. Quickly, let's roll out things. What are you going to learn from today's session? That is very important. So time is now 6:04. And what we are going to learn, that is very important for you, right? Okay, not this one. Today you are going to learn this. Okay, first, let's start with this. Are you all able to see what exactly the topics we are going to cover? Yes. So today you are going to cover with me the Kubernetes mega project. So the class will be of 2 hours. 8 p.m. we will complete the class. 6 to 7 p.m. will be your theory. 7 to 8 p.m. will be your project. Okay. And the topics that we are going to cover in today's session is mostly about your Kubernetes. We'll start with what is Docker architecture, then Kubernetes architecture, then why we are migrating from Kubernetes to from Docker to Kubernetes. We will see various kinds of Kubernetes components, Kubernetes config maps, Kubernetes persistent volumes, Kubernetes secrets, deployments, service, namespace, database deployments, and persistent volume. So basically, if you see here, it's kind of a thread for you. Okay. So if you see here, if I am writing something, let me see if it is allowing me to write. Okay, it's okay. So basically, if you see, everything is mix and match. So if you can see, everything is important for your Kubernetes. Okay. So you should know all these things, whatever you are seeing on this template today. Okay. And we will be deep diving into each of the component, and I will be telling you, like, because of this, your next job search criteria will be easy. And for your information, tomorrow we will completely see on networking. So you will see Kubernetes networking with me. You will also see different types of Kubernetes networking components, DNS, calico.yaml file, routing, load balancers, and all those things. Today we are going to check on the Kubernetes, all things which are very much important to you. Shall we start the class? Give me a yes, and I will start the class for you. Shall we start the class? Yes. Hi. I have seen your comment. So he has put my picture itself. Yes, you can add it in your CV. Okay. Can we start the class? Can we start the class? Give me a yes. Okay, Guru. Hi. Thanks a lot, Guru, for joining. Okay, so let's start. Great. Bhanupriya, thanks a lot. Let's start the class. Good. So I hope you all have notebooks with you. So almost all 200 plus people are watching me in all the platforms. So 2 YouTube channels and one LinkedIn. So 200, 250 close to people are watching me. So that's good. Okay. And before we start, I want to ask you one final question. Okay. From which place you all belong to? I just wanted to know from which place you all watch me or are watching me today live. Can you all tell me? From which place you all are? Quickly. 1, 2, 3. Within 1 minute, let's complete this. And 8 p.m. is now. Okay. Sweden. Sai Manju Peram, Sweden, Mumbai, Hyderabad, Bangalore, Hyderabad, Visakhapatnam, Vizag, Hyderabad. Okay, mostly on the side. Okay, mostly Andhra, Hyderabad, Andhra, Chennai, Mars, Mumbai. Okay, good. Kerala. Okay, Rahul, South Delhi, USA. Muhiz is from USA. Kerala, Bangalore, Singapore. Okay, nice to see you. Andhra, Bangalore, United States. Akhil. Okay, good. Nice to see you all. Madagascar, Godavari. Okay, nice. So sweet. Bihar, Nagpur, Maharashtra. Brazil. Oh, thanks a lot. Brazil. Philip has joined. Martins, Rajmandri, Nizamabad. So much different kinds of places you are from. So that's really good. And please like the video. So like target for this video, whatever I am doing is 200 plus likes. You can hit a like and let's start the class. So first of all, today I will put I have anyway shown you the agenda. So let's start with the class, guys. So I will quickly go over the first slide for you today. Okay. So whatever we are learning, everything will be given to you as a document, and this video will be available for you. It's just like you are watching me on live sessions. Okay. So before we start, I will tell you the history, basically why we have started this, why we are doing this. We wanted to make sure most of you understand what are the important things that you can clear in the interview. Okay, that's the reason. Now, all of you see here, today's project is kind of Docker to Kubernetes migration. And in this migration project, you will be able to see different kinds of things, different kinds of layers, different kinds of structures that you need to follow. And that is the reason why we are starting with Docker. And we will see slowly in the slides what are the disadvantages of using Docker with respect to Kubernetes and why we are migrating projects to Kubernetes. Okay. Now, all of you see here, this is one slide which you are able to see in the Docker. There is 3 important components. One is client, one is host, one is registry. If you are able to see, the client is something which you are talking with your system. Suppose you have installed the software, right? Suppose you have installed the software on your laptop and you are talking with that software with the help of terminal. The black terminal is basically your client. Okay. So let's think like this. This is my laptop. Okay. And I have installed in this laptop the Docker, and basically the black screen, the command prompt, okay, the terminal which you are seeing is called CLI terminal, right? You put the commands, you put the client details and all. So that is where this will be acting your client. Okay. And from the client, from the terminal, we will be writing down all the things. Let's say this is my terminal. On this terminal, I'll be writing everything, right? And whatever the command I will write, on the backend, there will be a software running, and this software will be listening continuously on my commands. Yes. Do you agree with me, guys? All the things will be continuously on the commands, right? Whatever you give. Yes, I have removed it. Yes, I have removed it. Sorry, guys, I have removed it. So whatever you are seeing here is kind of a Docker architecture and very much important. So if I want to present to you in a very simple term, this is the software which you are installed on the system. This is the client through which you are talking with the Docker. And this is the registry where Docker images are placed. Now, why we use Docker? Very much important to containerize your application. So in the previous times, what was happening is people were having Java application, okay, having Node.js application, right? Having Python applications. And these all applications were shared in terms of files. But later on, after Docker came up, people started converting that files into containers, guys, right? Are you able to understand? So people started converting this into containers, and with this container management, the application became more secure, the application became more strong, the application became more powerful. Do you agree with me or not? When you have something and you are putting it in a container, right? You have a food item, you are keeping in a container to make it safe, right? So similarly, you have your application, and to keep it safe, protected, secure, strong, to make it live good, we keep the application in the container. Is it clear, everyone, why the Docker came into picture? Very simple funda. Yes or no? You just write the notes, whatever I am telling. Okay. Anyways, you will be getting all the documents in the Telegram groups. But as of now, you can write down your own words. Okay. Clear? Now, all of you see here, when you are talking about the Docker and you are trying to convert into a container, there is a middle person here. So whenever we try to run commands, all of you note it down, the DevOps tools, okay, in market have two things. Okay, DevOps tools in market have two things. One is command, the other one is configurations. Okay, any DevOps tool you take in the market, one will be commands and one will be configuration, right? And in this command section for Docker, these are the commands: Docker run, Docker pull. Don't worry, I will do everything hands on. Docker maybe exec, okay, Docker push. So these all commands are there which are helping our systems to up and run. Now, whenever I have a terminal, let's say, guys, all of you see here, I have a terminal in my laptop. Okay, this is my terminal, and I will little bit make it big. Suppose I run like Docker run, okay, and I hit enter. This is the client for me. Whichever you are seeing, the white screen is client for me. And the software which I have installed on the system is called the Docker host. Okay. So my client will talk with the software, this software. Okay. And that is what you are able to see in the document which I have shown you here in the project. So when you run any command, you see here, it will go to Docker daemon. The Docker daemon will continuously listen. Daemon is a process of Docker which listens continuously to the incoming requests. Okay, daemon is a listener of Docker which continuously listens the incoming requests. Are you all able to understand what we are talking? Yes, no? Okay, let me put it. Okay, yeah. So whenever you give this command, okay, whenever you give this command, this guy will listen continuously and it will tell to the Docker what it has to do. Okay, very simple. Now, if you see here, the Docker has two things, guys. One is image and the other is container. Okay, very much important. So it's playing with me. Just 1 second, I will roll it out. So what will happen, right? Every application, the 3-layer architecture you need to know. Okay, every application which is placed in a container. Okay, every application which is placed in a container is very secure because it's a container. Now, after putting this into container, there are some layers which we need to know. And the journey, you write it down, all of you, the Docker journey of an application. Very, very simple, guys. The Docker journey of an application. Any application which is coming to us, basically the application which is coming to us from development team. Let's say there is a dev person. Okay, this guy is handing over the file to me. Okay, file is basically a jar file. Okay, so how the Docker journey of an application will be is, there will be a jar file which is converted into an image, then it is converted into a container, and finally it is converted into a pod with the help of Kubernetes. And these two things are with the help of Docker, and this one is with the help of Maven. So this is how the journey looks like, and the final output which you are seeing here, right, is the Kubernetes. So step one, all of you see here, the jar is there. Step 2, the image is converted. Step 3, the container is there. Step 4, the pod is created. Are you all clear? Give me a yes. If you all are clear, then we can move forward on understanding the next steps. Are you all clear with very simple concepts I have told you? There are so many things in the Docker, but we will just touch base on Docker to make you understand what are the important things and what is a Docker journey. And then our main focus is Kubernetes today. Okay, so we have to understand how this Kubernetes functionalities are there, how the things are moving up with respect to Kubernetes. Okay, and all those things should be very much important. Okay, great. Now, one important thing to know. Okay, so today I will be doing everything hands-on for you. I will be showing you everything in hands-on. So let's move. You understand a little bit about Docker architecture, right? So you see here, we are running some commands and we are running on images. We are having some containers. So as of now, you can understand in a Docker, there will be images, there will be containers in a system, and always like a GitHub, like external repository, GitHub is there. Similarly, Docker will have a registry where images are stored. Okay, images, wherever you keep the images in the internet, that will be a public registry. Some companies use private registry also. Some companies use internal registries also. Okay, now our main focus is, today's focus is on Kubernetes, guys. Now you understood that the Docker, whatever you are seeing here is very important, right? Now you understood that the conversion, the Docker journey of converting an application into a container, right? You understood like jar getting converted into an image, then getting converted into a container, then getting converted into a pod. Now in this journey, people understood that this was done by Docker, this was done by Maven, and this was done by Kubernetes. Now people started experiencing here some issues like scaling, reliability, right? And then security. Like people wanted more scaling, more reliability. When the more term added into the DevOps, that's when Docker faced issue and people started thinking of creating some new technology or new tool. And that's when these all things like 24/7, 365 and dashboards, okay, these all things came into picture with respect to Kubernetes, guys. Very, very important. So, Telugu వాళ్ళు ఎవరైతే చూస్తున్నారో ఇంగ్లీష్ లో చెప్తున్నాను, బట్ ఏమైనా డౌట్స్ ఉంటే మనం మళ్ళీ మాట్లాడుకుందాం. Okay, so don't need to worry, right? So we will have a separate live session where all your doubts will be cleared on Telugu channel. So don't need to worry. Okay, so all of you see here, that's when the Kubernetes came into existence and people started understanding that Kubernetes is very much important. And slowly, all companies started the migration to Kubernetes, and that's what we will see today. So in Kubernetes, the important components, if you see the architecture of the Kubernetes, very simple. The thought was very simple that the Kubernetes should be built on Docker. So if you see here on my this left hand side, there will be a Docker. Okay, so I'm just trying to make some things for you. Yeah, so if you see here, this is Docker, this is Docker. So basically Docker is the base for Kubernetes. And if you see here in the Kubernetes, there are two things. One is master and one is worker. Okay, and whenever a user tries to interact with the system, okay, again it's creating issues. So whenever a user is trying to interact with the system, let's say this user is trying to interact with the system, the Kubernetes is divided into two main components. Okay, right? So the first component is the master component. Okay, the second component is worker node components. And what is this actually? So you need to understand these all things whichever we have discussed, like scaling issues, reliability issues, security issues, dashboards, all those things are solved when Kubernetes came into picture, guys. Very simple. Okay, so what Kubernetes is giving is there is a master, like a manager in your team, and there are two employees. Okay, there are two employees who are working under this manager, and whatever the manager says, this employee has to follow. And the master is more powerful with four what you call four weapons with him. Okay, you can understand, like four weapons the master has, and the employee have four weapons, but little bit weaker weapons. Okay, these weapons which the master have are stronger weapons. So what are those weapons or components? The four components of master are, you can see here, the first component will be your API server. The second component will be etcd. The third component will be API server control manager, and the fourth component is scheduler. Okay, all these things, whatever I am writing, you can write it down, but whatever you are seeing here, it will be the names also will be there. Able to understand, guys? Initially we will start simple, but there are many slides for you. You can see here many slides for you, which will be continued as we go ahead. Okay, is it clear? Right. Okay, now all of you see here, sometimes what happens, right? The Kubernetes continuously changes its diagrams. Okay, the Kubernetes continuously changes its diagrams, and if you see here, all the four components are very much important. Now what they do, simply understand like this, guys. Kubernetes is a software application. Can we understand like this? Yes, guys, if you are understanding everything, like target for this video is 200, guys. Okay, please like the video. Only if you give like, I will be getting motivated. Tomorrow there is one more bigger project for you, networking project, which no one will tell you. All those networking components I will teach you tomorrow. Kubernetes core networking components, tomorrow at 6 p.m. I will come and teach to you. Okay, now imagine that Kubernetes is a software application, and there is a person who is trying to access this software application. Okay, and he is hitting some endpoints, API/v1, API/v2, or www.api/test/v3. Some endpoints he is trying to hit, and he is trying to interact with the master. Okay, so whenever a user is there, or whenever we try to interact with the Kubernetes, we have to understand that we are trying to interact with the master component. And this master component, the first component, as I have told you, has the API server. Okay, this API server continuously listens to the user's request or any incoming request. So you can understand this as a front end server. Can we make it this happen? Guys, can we call the API server as a front end server? Yes, no? Yes? Quickly, can I call my API server as a front end server, which is taking all the requests? So whenever you hit some commands, everything is taken by the API server itself. That is your continuous listening server, which takes the continuous listens from everybody whenever people are trying to talk with the Kubernetes. People on LinkedIn, are you all with me? Yes, good. Right. Now you can understand that when we talk about the API server, it is the first and the foremost person who is listening with his ears. Okay, so whenever there is a person who tries to write any command, this API server listens continuously, and once it takes the request, once the request comes into the API server, let's say some file is there. So what happens, right? Because I have told you this is a front end server, Kubernetes has a database also. So that database is nothing but etcd database. So what happens, right? Every data which is coming inside the Kubernetes will be in the form of key value pair, key value. So what this etcd is trying to do is, it is a database where it stores everything in terms of key and value. So let's say like I put in data like test, and I put like version 1.1. So this data will be stored in the Kubernetes database called etcd. Etcd is a database of Kubernetes. Now you understood that there is a API server which takes the incoming request, and that data is stored in etcd. Okay, so the first component in the master server, you understood that this one, and the second component is this one. Now, very important. Now the data is coming, that's good. There is a data traffic happening, data is storing. Now processing of the data should be there. Yes, processing of the data should be there. Yes or no, guys? There should be a server in Kubernetes, or there should be a component in Kubernetes which is processing the data. Yes, so someone is taking the request, storing it in database. There is third component which is called controller. Okay, controller is the brain of Kubernetes. This controls the entire data, what it has to do. So if you see here, whatever the data is stored or whatever the data is coming inside the Kubernetes, it manages the data and processes the data. Very simple. So it's kind of a brain, like a human brain. It's kind of a human eyes. Okay, it's a part of brain only, you can consider, where we are storing our data. Memory, you can consider like a memory where we are storing the data. This is listening continuously, and this is processing. Brain is processing fast. Now once the data is processed, right, your brain, you see something, you have stored something, and your brain is processing something. Immediately your hands or gestures movement start, right? You start walking, you start response to someone, you say hello back when someone calls you. So the same thing Kubernetes also does. Suppose I am telling the Kubernetes that, boss, scale the system up. Scale the system up. Now the request will come here. The request is stored, data is stored, the request is sent to control manager brain, and the request then transfers to the scheduler. Okay. Fourth component in the master server is scheduler. This scheduler actually tries to schedule all the things on the worker nodes. Okay. So there comes the picture of worker nodes. As many as worker nodes you have, worker node 1, worker node 2, same like your employees managed by a manager. The more worker nodes you have, the more ability of processing data, scaling, reliability, security, enhanced capabilities of the Kubernetes you will get it. And in tomorrow's class, you will see how the networking works here, right? Very much important. The entire networking of this entire cluster is managed by network policies of Kubernetes. In tomorrow's class, I will be teaching you in depth with a project, every routing components we will see. Okay. Now the request is coming to this worker node. Here in the worker node, there are 4 components, guys, again. Okay. Very interesting. Listen carefully. Yes. Understand why we have to store Philip? Because that database is our own database. Okay, and every project needs to have its own database to store the data, right? And Kubernetes should know like what is the previous things happened, what is the current things happened, and all those things. That is why database is important. Okay, now all of you see here, whenever we are trying to understand the worker nodes, there are 4 components. The first component is kubelet. Okay, the second component is your pod. The third component is your Docker container D or container runtime. Okay. The fourth component is kube proxy. Okay. Now you see here in this journey of data flow, right? From starting if you see the journey, whatever the user is sending the data, it is coming here now. Okay. Now when it is trying to come here, the kubelet is a person. If you see in this diagram, okay, if you see in this diagram, the kubelet is the primary person who is talking with the master. So ideally, if you see here, if I make it diagram pretty much clear for you, okay, the kubelet from the worker node, someone has to talk, right? Someone has to talk with my manager, right? That kubelet from the worker node is directly connected with the API server. Okay, You understood, right? The kubelet in the worker node is directly connected to the API server, and they both share the data. What is happening in the worker node? What is happening in the worker node? The API server will take, it will store the data, it will process the data, and again the cycle goes like this. Okay, so it's a continuous data processing unit. Whenever you install Kubernetes, you will be able to understand this entire cycle is a run cycle. You start, you do, you process, you stop, you start, do, process, stop. So that is what it is happening. And pod, I will be telling you in a very simpler way. All of you see here, till now you have seen the journey of jar getting converted into a container, right? Till now you understood this with the help of Docker. Now this container is converted into a pod with the help of Kubernetes, and this container we have got with the help of Docker, and this jar we have got with the help of Maven, right? So pod is giving an additional layer of security for my container. Okay, so simply you have your kitchen, right? In the kitchen items you have some data stored, or you have some pulses stored in the kitchen. Now you see that even though you have stored in a closed container, the pulses are getting a little bit moisture. So what you do, you wrap it with a polythene. Do you do or not? Or you keep it in a fridge? You agree with me, guys? Yes or no? Yes or no? You do it, you get a moisture. So what you do at that point of time? Yes? Yes, no? You are having a data, okay? And don't leave the class. Instead, call other peoples also in the class, because we are going to start the project in next 20-25 minutes mostly. Okay, and please stay in the class, because you will be getting so many things. I'm damn sure I'll be showing you everything by hands-on. Okay, right? So because this is the start of the class, I need to spend a little bit of time. So you need to understand that the pod is an imaginary layer which is protecting my container. Okay, this is my container and this is my imaginary layer pod which Kubernetes gives. So pod is given by Kubernetes here. So once we move ahead, you can understand these containers. These containers, if you see here in this diagram, one pod can have multiple containers. Okay, that's the beauty of pod. Now, if you see, the layer has been formed and everything is running on the Docker. So one pod is having multiple containers. The pod 2 is having one container. Pod 3 is having two containers. So everything, whatever you have seen here, are container based, are basically running multiple containers, single container. So pod is more powerful than container. It can sustain hundreds of containers also you can run in pod. And one more thing, guys, you need to understand there is a kube proxy element. This kube proxy is basically managing the networking of the Kubernetes, which I will tell you in tomorrow's class. Have you got the basic understanding of this architecture, everyone? Have you got the basic understanding? Yes? If you have got the basic understanding, please let me know. I'll drink water a little bit. If you have not got, don't worry, I have given the notes here, so you can check the notes also. Okay, now very important thing. Yes, how many of you have understood? All of you understood? Okay, good. Okay, right, that's great. People on LinkedIn? Yes. Omar, what about others? I want to see some new names now quickly. Those who have not typed till now. Yes, Shruti, I have seen. What about others? Any number of containers, Suren. Okay, I will show you today's class. I will show you. Yes, practical, I will tell you. No issues. Okay, good. New names, those who have not interacted with me. Amir Khan, badhiya. Chetna Kalambe, good. Okay. Okay, 56. Okay, almost 300 people are watching me all over the platforms. Okay, that's really good. Thanks a lot. Right, and tomorrow's class will be more good. Okay. Right, Guru is also watching me. Thanks a lot. Right, so if you see here, guys, very basic things we will discuss now. Okay, basically why we have to migrate. Now people started understanding like, okay, I was having Docker, Now, no, I want to move to Kubernetes. If you see here, whenever we are trying to migrate to the Kubernetes, the one and the foremost factor which comes into picture is how we are making the application which is getting deployed on any server or any cluster is as per our requirements. So if you see here, first we make the app, okay, the application. Let's say like I want to migrate my application, okay, from Docker to Kubernetes. What steps I need to take? What steps I need to take? That's very much important, right? So what are the steps I will take when I am migrating my application to Kubernetes? See this one, guys, very, very much important. Not only this application, if anyone asks you, how do you migrate your applications to cloud, or what set of criteria you follow to migrate some applications from on-prem to cloud, Docker to Kubernetes, one system to other system, these all factors come into picture. So if you see here, whenever I'm trying to migrate something, I will review the current architecture. So see, one by one, I will tell you all. Right. I will migrate, I will check the current architecture, right? Review the current architecture, rethink about the current architecture, automate if anything is missing in the current architecture. Anyways, our application is containerized. Now, one important thing here is, how do you map to the Kubernetes? Docker has all the things, okay? Okay, it's always giving me like this. So I have to create here only. So you need to understand that the Docker and the Kubernetes are friends, guys. Okay, they both are very close friends. So whatever the Docker has the configuration, okay, the Kubernetes can read those. Are you all able to get? Suppose in the Docker, you write some configuration file. I have told you, right? Every DevOps tool has a configurations that can be converted into Kubernetes. And that is what we are going to see today. Whatever the configurations you have in the Docker file, that will be converted as a Kubernetes components. Very much interesting. And you will learn so many things with this project. Now, one more thing. If you don't know, CI/CD also plays an important role when you are doing the migration of any kind of project. So you need to check, you need to have the Docker registry, you need to configure CI/CD builds, you need to write deployment scripts, you need to configure build runners if you are using any GitLab or Jenkins, any kind of servers if you are using, you need to make sure your runners are ready. Runners are basically the CI/CD components. In GitLab, we call runners. In Jenkins, we call agents. Okay. Now, when you are preparing the Kubernetes cluster, the control plane is nothing but master server, security. Now, very much important. Not only for this place, wherever you go, the security, the network, the DNS, the monitoring, the storage, the secrets, the logging, the namespace. For every project, okay, for every project, these all things in the blue color matters or not. Please write it down in your notebook, all of you. I will give 30 seconds of time. Whenever you are talking about the Kubernetes cluster, a friendly cluster you need to create. Security and policies, network DNS, cluster monitoring, storage, logging, and namespace management. Very, very much important, whatever the cluster you do. So left-hand side, don't take it. Right-hand side, you write it down. For any kind of system, you have to make sure that you create all these things. And tomorrow, we'll talk about securities and policies, network traffic, DNS, and a little bit moving ahead, we will see. And secrets and storage, we will see today. Namespaces, we will see. Config maps, we will see today. Have you all written all these things in your notebook? Yes? Have you all written? Yes, no? Guys? Understood? Good. Right. So let's move forward. Now, this is something which I have kept for your theoretical understanding. Why we move from Docker to Kubernetes. Once you get document, you will see. Okay, you can see it. Now, important components of Kubernetes. From here, the game gets changed. So we are moving to level 2 of today's class. Okay. So from here, every component I will try to explain you in detail. Okay. Now, assume that from now we are going to start the Kubernetes concepts. Okay. And the first concept in the Kubernetes is deployment and service. Okay. And slowly you will see all the things. Now, what happened, right? When people started migrating their applications onto Kubernetes, okay, when people started migrating their applications to Kubernetes, people started understanding that, boss, with one such whatever the Kubernetes is giving us, the information, it's not sufficient. So what they did is they created multiple resources under Kubernetes. So what are those resources? Please write it down in your notebook. Deployment is one resource. And one more thing, you can consider Kubernetes as a human, okay, human. And as you have seen, eyes, nose, everything is there. And these are organs you can consider, like organs of Kubernetes. You can consider like this: organs of Kubernetes, deployments, services, secrets, config maps. Okay, so we are trying to interlink the Kubernetes with the human body, and all of this are organs. Okay, and each organ is functioning in its own way as it is designed. Okay, and each organ is having different specifications, guys, is very important. So different specifications for each Kubernetes resource. Have you understood, everyone? Does it make sense to everyone? Yes, right? So what I have told you, Kubernetes has various kinds of components in it, or resources. 1, 2, 3, 4, like this. Hundreds of components Kubernetes has, same like human body. Okay, and each component is having its own specification, and it does its work on its own. Okay, so let's see, among this first two components, we are trying to see deployments and services, and then we will see secrets, config maps, persistent volume claims, and then we will go to the little bit move ahead. Okay, now all of you see here, as I have told you, the Kubernetes has a configuration file. Okay, so here, before I started the class, I have told you that Kubernetes has configuration file, and that file is called in Kubernetes manifest file. Very much important. Okay, so whatever you are seeing today, if you see anything like this file, you have to understand that it is a Kubernetes file. And before we jump into Kubernetes file, I want to tell you about this Kubernetes is that there is always 4 things which you need to know: API version, kind, metadata, and spec. Okay, specifications. Now you need to understand, suppose I am creating a deployment in Kubernetes. Okay, so these 4 remain same, but the specifications change. Suppose I am going to create a service in Kubernetes, the file, API version, kind, metadata, spec. These all things remain same, but the specifications change. Have you understood, everyone? Not only for this, for any components, if you see in Kubernetes, every specifications, yes, labels and selectors, it also changes. Is it clear, everyone? Have you understood? I'm telling very crisp and to the point. Okay, and you, when you see the hands-on, you will be able to understand, acha, this is what the difference is. This is what the differentiation factor comes into picture. Able to understand, right, everyone? Right. Now, when you have understood that these 4 things are playing major role, now let's see how a deployment looks like. Guys, all of you see here, API version, kind, metadata, specifications. Very important, these 4 key value. Are you able to see? Key. Keys are in green color. Key. Values are in black color. Value. One important thing you need to understand that whenever I am telling about a pod, okay, it means that the container is within it and the application is within it. Do you agree with me? Now, I will wake you up from the sleep. Guys, all of you, Jordar, Badhiya. Now, all of you tell me, whatever I am writing, does it make sense? Does it make sense? A pod has a container has an application. Yes or no? Quickly. Does it make sense, guys? Make sense? Everyone? Right. Now, the same, what do you call, like, topology or understanding you need to have here also. So see here, under the specification, there is a container needs image, okay, container needs ports, same configuration for specification. Only thing is, when you are selecting the recipes, or when you are selecting an object, or when you are selecting a resource kind deployment, the specifications get changed. If I tell kind as service, the specifications change. Okay, so very important, when you are selecting a deployment is for application to be deployed on Kubernetes. That is why you are able to see container, image, ports. So you need to remember, whenever a project has a deployment, this code you should remember, and you should tell to your manager or interviewer that API version, kind, metadata, spec, under spec, you have what do you call, like, containers, ports, image name, because my application is having a container and image it should have. Right? Is it clear? And whatever I am typing or whatever I am telling is very true to the project. Okay, so these four things remain constant for every project. Suppose I say kind as deployment, so according to this recipe, my specifications get changed in my cooking. Okay, very simple. You can correlate this Kubernetes with your day-to-day activities. That is what I'm going to teach you. I'm not going to tell you like by heart the configurations. I'm going to tell you everything with respect to real-time live examples, so that you understand, when you are cooking a project, when you are sitting in a project, when you're cooking something in your project or in your organization, you need to understand what recipes you need to add to make it work, right? And one of our best friend, when we are preparing any kind of recipes, can you tell me who is our best friend when we are preparing the recipes in the work? Who is our best friend? Any idea? Yes, Anup, I will tell you. So don't need to worry. I will explain the syntax also. When we are doing hands-on, I will tell you. Who is our best friend? Chef. Okay. YouTube. Okay. YouTube. Docker. Gas. Oh, okay. You guys are going other way. So I will tell you my best friend. My best friend is Google. Okay. So whatever it comes, I just search it here. And recently, my other best friend is Gemini AI. Okay. So I just go to the Gemini AI and for your information. Okay. Let's say like I have a JD on the LinkedIn. Just see, just 1 minute. I will tell you quickly, because we need to know about this also. So if you are working in some organization or something, so if you get a JD like this, okay, 5+ years of okay, not software staff, build and release engineer, let's say. And if I if I copy this here, let's say like this job description, I copy, and I come to the Gemini AI and tell the roles and responsibilities for the below job description, right? If I hit this, you will see that the Gemini AI is giving you the roles and responsibilities. Okay, you can just keep it in your own language as per this JD. Okay, very important. So nowadays my friend is Gemini AI also. I do most of the things with this Gemini AI. Just to tell you, does it sounds interesting? Yes. Does it sounds interesting to you? How many of you don't know? Does it sounds interesting? How many of you have learned today this thing? Like Okay, this is how the roles and responsibilities are generated for any kind of JD if you take. If you have any dream organization, prepare the JD like this, you put it there. Prompt engineering, okay. Interesting. Did I told you correct? Yes. Right. Good. Okay, today I learned a lot. Masala. Okay. Yes, chat GPT, very much fine. Yes. Okay, definitely. Everything Gemini AI. Okay. From today, your friend should be Gemini AI. Okay. What about people on LinkedIn? Can you please comment? Did you find useful? Paneer. Yes, that's true, Suman. Perplexity. Okay, that is also good. Okay. Right. Google. Right. Okay. Now all of you see here, whenever you want to deploy your application, okay, you will be using a kind called deployment, and you will be writing the same thing which you are seeing here until and unless your manager changes any recipes, okay, any ingredients, same thing you have to write. Is it clear, everyone? Deployments. Now, Kubernetes is telling one important thing here, guys. Okay. Kubernetes is telling that whenever you are creating a pod, and whenever you are having a container inside a pod, and whenever you are keeping a jar inside the pod, okay, the most important thing for this is basically you have a service also. So service is kind of, you can understand, like a load balancer, for example, or a port. Okay, so what this service will do is it will try to route the traffic which is coming from anywhere to my pod. So to make it more secure, to make it more robust, this service acts as sometimes load balancer. This service acts sometimes as ports. Okay, if you write something like ports, the ports will when the traffic is routed, the ports get hit, and this port will be redirecting to the pod port. So this is a mandatory that Kubernetes has made. Whenever you are having a container, an application, and pod, you need to have a service inside it to make sure the routing is happening properly, to make sure the risk on the direct hit for the pod is reduced. So service will take all the risk. Service can be a load balancer. Have you understood? See, whatever I am telling you, it's all about projects. Okay. Now, one important thing for your understanding is that, okay, whatever the projects you see, that only I am telling you, but you have to learn from your own also. Okay, whatever you are learning today, it's not the end. There are many things you need to learn. I am just introducing you one step closer to your job search. Is it clear? Yes, everyone. Yes or no? No, yes, no, yes. All of you are silent. Okay, good question. Now, Jitendra is asking how the first specification and the second specification is different. I will show you in the project. Okay, so you understood, right? You all key for every project, the specifications get changed. Okay, so for deployment, this specification we will use it. For service, there is one more specification. And similarly, if you see here, ConfigMaps, Kubernetes has one more resource or one more item called ConfigMaps. Very important, guys. Now you need to understand, very much important. Listen carefully. Okay. Now, whenever you have a pod, okay, and whenever you have a jar, do you think that I also need some configurations for my applications? How many of you say, for my application to successfully run, I need some database URLs, I need some port values, I need some configuration details, I need some other software integrations? Do you think it's mandatory? How many of you say that, yes, boss, for my application, It's mandatory. Yes. People on LinkedIn, I want your response also so that I can understand, boss, you are with me. Yes, right? Now, what happens, right? Kubernetes is giving a separate specification or kind. It is telling that you prepare the kind of config map and you have the specifications related to the config map. That is the power of Kubernetes. And what it is telling is you store all your software application properties or details into the config map. Config map is kind of a storage. You can consider like, for example, I am telling, you can consider like a storage which stores the key value pairs of the project. So for example, if you see this, and for your information, every project is using this. For example, API version, kind, config map, metadata. What is metadata? Metadata is nothing but in every project or in every file, metadata represents its name. Okay, so here the name like Praveen, like Ashika, or some names are there you have, right? Jyoti, or some names you have. So every person has unique name, and this name can be anything. I can write my app hyphen Praveen. I can write anything. So basically, for this particular config map, the kind is config map. And if you are seeing here, there is no specifications, but here there is a data, because we are storing data into the config file. Okay. And here the application is asking like app underscore color red, app underscore environment dev. So any kind of key value pairs, you can store it in the config maps. Have you understood, guys? Have you understood, all of you? Without a service, can pod be accessible outside of Kubernetes cluster? No, Murari, that's not possible. Okay. Is it clear, everyone? Metadata. Metadata is metadata is what you can tell is when you go and buy something in the shop, whatever you see on the product, right? It's called metadata of the product, right? Like price, you see on the labels, right? Even in Kubernetes, we have labels also. So all those things will be there. Have you understood till here? Ingress, I will tell you tomorrow. Ingress Mohammed, I will tell you tomorrow. Ingress we are using tomorrow. Today, data about the data. Yes. All of you understood? Give me a quick yes if you have understood till now. Abdul, as of now, I'll not talk. So please don't join the stream. Okay. Right. All of you? Yes, yes, yes. Okay, great. That makes sense. Muhis, that makes sense, right? Now, suppose I have created a config map. In the hands-on, you will come to know that I created a pod and I attached my pod with the config map. Okay, so you will see in today's project these two things. Now, if we go ahead, let's see what are the next things. Now, Kubernetes secrets is very important. I want to store some secret data in Kubernetes. Very much important. Okay, so all of you see here, whenever I want to store secrets which no one can access, remember this, which no one means whoever has the permission to see, they only can access, but others cannot access. So what are secrets? Secrets can be some tokens, some passwords, user sensitive information. Yes or no, guys? I need to store all these things safely. I need to make sure it's very safe for me. So how do you do it? You have to create Kubernetes secret, and the kind you see, guys, all of you, API version, kind, metadata, all these things remain same. Okay. And in place of specifications, you have something called data again. Okay. So API version, kind, metadata, and type. Here type is important. So what happens, right? Whenever you create a secret, you are selecting the type of secret you are going to store. Suppose it's a service account token, basically. And token, if you are storing, you have to select type as token. For your information, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 types of data storages are there in secret. Okay. Suppose you want to store the bootstrap token, you have to use this type here. For example, suppose you are storing username and password. Which type you have to use in secret? API version kind metadata. The type you have to use is basic auth. So for username and data in types of string data, username and password, you have to use this. Have you all understood? How do you store the main data? Yes. Okay, I will remove the command. Are you all clear? Till now, whatever we have talked, did it made sense to you? Yes or no? Yes. Did it make sense for you? Good. Great. Now, good. Right. So what I'm trying to tell you all is this thing. Okay. So immediately what you have to do today, right? You have seen all the things. And now one more thing on the YouTube, 137 likes are there. Please make it 200 and then join back this session. Okay. Getting interest. Okay. Good. Okay. That's good. Now how it works, I will tell you. I will do the hands-on, right? I will tell you there how each component is working. First, my part is to introduce all the components and then we will see one by one. Now, one more component is very much important. That is Kubernetes volumes. Okay. So if you have not liked the video, please like the video, guys. That is very important for me because that only gives strength that you guys are promising me that you are going to join tomorrow's class also. If you are not going to join, my efforts will be wasted. You are going to join tomorrow's class, Kubernetes networking. Yes? Not going to join? Core DNS, Calico file, all those things we will discuss tomorrow. Okay? Right. Now, quickly we'll see why volumes are used. Okay? Now, very important, guys. Now, I have installed my Kubernetes on a Linux system. Yes, I have installed my Kubernetes on a Linux system, and this Linux system has a space of 20 GB. Able to understand? Scenario you see, okay? I have Kubernetes. I have installed it on Linux, and then I have installed it. Like I have a 20 GB of space. Now, what I'm trying to say is, whenever I'm creating a pod P1, pod P2, okay, pod P1, pod P2, some space I need to assign, right? Pod is a ultimate Linux system only. At the end, it is also Linux system. Container is what? A Linux system. Correct. So how many Linux systems I have? 2 pods means 2 Linux systems. So L1 and L2. Very important. So in this 2 Linux systems, what I'm trying to do is, I again need the memory for this. I again need the storage for this. So that's when the volume concept came into Kubernetes. So what I'm trying to do is, in this 20 GB, first I will create a persistent volume. Okay, let's say like I created a persistent volume of 5 GB. Okay, from the persistent volume, if I am assigning some volume to pod, that is called persistent volume claim. Let's say 1 GB I have assigned to this pod, 1 GB I have assigned to this pod. I will repeat again. Do you want me to repeat again this one? Quickly, we are running out of time. Quickly, do you want me to repeat this one? I will tell again, no issues. Yes? People on my other channel? People on my Telugu channel? Omar, can you put a message in the Telegram channel that live has been started? Can you put this live link in the Telegram channel, Omar? Yes, once again, you want me to repeat? So all of us here, I will tell again. Okay. Don't distract. One time I will repeat. You can understand with this one segment. Okay. Now, I have a Linux machine. Okay. I have a Linux machine. That Linux machine has a 20 GB. And in that Linux machine, I have installed my Kubernetes. Once I installed the Kubernetes, in the happy moment, I created 2 pods. Okay. Ultimately, pods are containers, right? Ultimately, the pods are containers. And containers are what? Containers are Linux system, laptop. Containers are also laptop. So what my laptop needs? My laptop needs again memory. My laptop needs storage. So for that reason, what I will do is I will extract some portion from my parent system. So first, I will create a persistent volume of kind, and I will take from 20 GB the 5 GB. So remaining the Kubernetes system means the Linux system has 15 GB. So 5 GB of persistent volumes have been created for my Kubernetes. Now, from this persistent volume, I need to divide into the smaller chunks. So when I'm dividing the persistent volume into the smaller chunks, that is called PVC, persistent volume claims. And that smaller chunks, I will be assigning it to my pods. So can you tell me this Linux system L1 has 1 GB of storage and this Linux system has 1 GB of storage. Have you understood? The persistent volume is the main volume from which we are extracting from the cluster, and persistent volume claims are for pods. Clear, everyone? Yes. Clear? Right. Kamala, thanks a lot. Okay. Great. Good. Okay, great. Right. So with this understanding, okay, you understood all the things, right? We will now see the hands-on. Shall we see the hands-on quickly, guys? Yes. Okay, remove that black message. Every message is removed, right? Which block? Okay. Shall we start the hands-on quickly? Yes. And we will try to connect all of these components. Even other components are also there. Okay. There are few more components like these things I wanted to show you. You can see this theory document once I share in the Telegram group. As of now, we will start the hands-on ones. Okay. Right. So first of all, in order to understand the hands-on, yes, Philip is telling. Okay. Right. I will give you overview what we are doing. I will give you first overview. Okay. So let's start the hands-on. Okay. Before we start the hands-on, okay. Now, one thing we will do. You all have the smileys in the chat, right? Even LinkedIn people, YouTube, 2 YouTube streams people, you have a smileys in the chat, right? Now, I want you to give me any sort of smileys in the chat. It's kind of a smiley game. Whatever the smileys you can give and how many times you can give it. For 1 minute. We will play this game. Okay. I'll record it on my phone and we will put it on Instagram also. Okay. On the count of 3, you start typing any kind of smileys you want. Even people on LinkedIn, let's play it. It will be very good. Okay. So I'll record it with my phone. Okay. So yes. So all over the world, almost like close to 300 people are watching, 300 plus, I would say 320, 330. And this is what people are about to tell the smileys game in our class. So within 1 minute, quickly, whatever you feel the smileys, even people on LinkedIn also, you can do it. It's just like what we are understanding. So you can see here the first project theory just now we have completed with this all things, right? and we are moving to the projects now. And before the project, I just wanted to see like what is the Josh, how much energy the 300 plus, almost like 300, 330 people plus we have, right? And right, people on Telugu also watching us, so that's really good. I am enjoying this class, shouting with you all, right? That's how the learnings are, and we will keep it going. And tomorrow's class will be on the Kubernetes networking. I would request everyone to join. That will be a dhamaka class for you. Continuation of today's class only tomorrow. So that's really good. Okay, right. Thanks a lot. That really means a lot to me. Right. So let's start the project. Okay, now I will quickly take out the project for you. Okay, so before we start the project, right, let me make you understand what is this project all about. Very important, huh? This project is all about Docker to Kubernetes migration. I forgot to tell you, sharp at 8:30 p.m. IST today, you will be getting the tomorrow class links. Okay, on LinkedIn, you will get tomorrow's class link with a poster, and on 2 YouTube channels, you will get again link. So same way you have to join. Okay, the way you have joined today, the same way you can join tomorrow also. Now, quickly, Docker to Kubernetes migration. In this project, whatever the components the Docker has, okay, whatever the components the Docker has, we will map the same components to the Kubernetes. Very simple. Okay. So this project, again, I'm repeating, whatever you are seeing here, you will be doing in the hands-on. So whatever the Docker components in this file you have, that we will migrate to Kubernetes file. So very simple. And whatever you have seen in the class, everything we will do hands-on. So don't leave the class. Very much important. That's first primary criteria, that you are not leaving the class. Okay, right. So let's start the project basically. So what I will do is, I will tell you some things, right? For this project, you need to have a AWS console. Okay, AWS login account. I hope you all have the login account. If you don't have also, that's fine. You can create a login account for yourself. Okay, because we'll be doing everything in the EC2 instance. So I'll be following some steps for you today, and we will see. And this is what the flow, this is a architectural flow, okay, which we will be seeing today, how each of the system is talking with each other. Okay, so first of all, when you are seeing about the project, you need to understand that this project is something which every engineer can do. Even though you don't know Kubernetes, you can do it. That's as simple as that. Okay, now first of all, step one, take the Linux to AMI EC2 with 20 GB data and T2 medium. Very important. So once you go into EC2, okay, click on the instances, launch instances. So you can say like D2KM. Okay, so basically Docker to Kubernetes migration and Amazon Linux AMI. And once you come here, you have to select Amazon Linux to AMI. Very important. Why Linux 2? I will tell you as we move ahead. Okay, with 20 GB of storage, because we are using persistent volumes, persistent volume claims, everything. So we have to use that. Okay. Now, key pair, don't select anything, proceed without a key pair. And if you come down, here you select 20 GB and rest all things same and launch your instance. This is the step one, which you have to do. Okay. Once this is coming into the green, and you can do it with free tire. Don't need to worry. Okay. I think I did a mistake here. I selected T2 micro. So basically in this project, you need to have T2 medium. Okay. Because we need 2 core CPU. So what I will do, I will launch again one more instance. Amazon Linux, Linux 2 AMI, and here you need to select T2 medium. Okay. Proceed without a key pair. 20 GB. Very much important. Okay. and launch instance. Now, one important thing for you all, those who are watching me all over the world, right? You can post some screenshot on your LinkedIn. Yeah, I can do it, but I don't want to play with that instance again. Okay, so all of you see here, this is my LinkedIn ID. You can tag me with your screenshots, guys. Okay, this is my LinkedIn ID. You can go to the home page of your LinkedIn ID, start typing some post, and you can mention at my name. Okay, if you tag me, right, you will directly send a notification to me. Okay, so I will get a notification here, and once you are tagging, right, or once you are talking with me or tagging, I will be able to come to know that okay, you have attended my class. So people on LinkedIn, I hope that makes sense. I hope that you have understood. Okay, you can tag me even in Instagram. People, this is my Instagram ID. You can tag me. This is my Instagram ID. You can tag me and make sure that you are understanding things clear. So I will share my Insta link also. You can follow me here also for your learnings, right? Okay, good. So you can tag me, and I will be making sure that I see your post, right? So let's refresh it. What happened? Okay, okay, DTK. So connect instance. Quickly, we will see what are the things we are doing. Okay, and today's project we will be using Minikube. Okay, so let's come here. I will do a sudo su. Okay, sorry. Clear the screen. So quickly we will do all the things. Just watch here with me. First, we will update the system, okay, with the latest things. And then we will install Docker. These all things are very, very simple for every Linux engineer. You need to know all these things. I will not stress on what each command is doing. I will stress once our important part comes, which is your Kubernetes, okay? These all are prerequisites. We are installing Docker. We are starting the Docker, right? We are starting the Docker, and then we are enabling the Docker to make it run 24/7. Okay, this command is to make the Docker up 24/7. Contract is a software which is a base for the Minikube cluster, which we are going to use. Now, what is Minikube? Minikube is a free software where we can create the Kubernetes cluster. Okay, so that is where I will do the setup for you all. And yeah, Y is capital, so ignore that. You can put this one. We are installing Git also, okay, to clone the code, right? Now, once you have done the step 2, the step 3 is hit the URL, get the data. So we are downloading the, okay, now you see here, there is a 2 functionalities here, curl-lo, sorry. Okay, and this URL. So basically, you are hitting the end point of the internet and getting the data. So basically, downloading. Curl is a software which is helping you to download from the internet. And once you have downloaded the software, you need to start the software also. And today we are starting the software with Docker. But for tomorrow's project, you will see we will be starting the software with Calico. Okay, Calico is a networking component of Kubernetes. Okay, what happened? Okay, it's not able to find Minikube. Okay, I have missed something here. 1 second. Yeah, I have missed this step. So we have to install Minikube first. Okay, and then we have to run this command. Now, once you run it, if you see, the cluster will be getting ready for us. It will take a little bit of time, but it's good. We will wait. Okay, people on yeah, we will discuss that also. Yes, all the documents will be shared to you in Telegram. That's for sure. Okay, so don't worry about that. Okay. Yes, I'll be sharing. So still the Minikube cluster is running. Okay, so let it run. Okay. So all of you see here, for a Minikube cluster, it is requiring you almost 2 CPUs and 2200 MB. Okay. So that is the reason we have selected T2.medium instance. For a basic Kubernetes cluster to be created, you have to have 2 CPUs. Okay. Now, if you see here, there are some certificates and keys that are getting generated. If you see here, the master server is getting ready. Are you all understanding? Yes. And tomorrow, I will be telling about the Kubernetes networking interface. Very much important. So this component, I will tell you tomorrow, what is this networking and all. So once the Kubernetes is ready, guys, what is the next step? Let's see. Okay. So next step is git clone the git URL. So this git URL, okay, you are able to see it. I will be cloning the code once. Okay. So all of you see here, I'll be going into some folder, clear the screen, get clone, and you do it. Hit the URL, get the data. So basically it is a command which is helping us to make sure our folder is ready. Now, if you see here, I'll clear the screen. CD Kubernetes. Okay, what happened? Yeah. So CD Kubernetes scenario, there will be 2 folders, guys. All of you see here. The first folder is Docker and the second folder is Kubernetes. So we are migrating the Docker project to Kubernetes project. Are you all understanding? No, Ria, that's fine. It will hardly take your 10 rupees or 15 rupees, but for learning, it's completely fine. Okay. Now, all of you see here, we have 2 folders. Whatever the Docker project is there, we are converting into Kubernetes. So if you see the Docker, I go ls-lrta. I have a compose file here. And if you do a cat for this compose file, okay, whatever you are seeing here, we are going to convert this project into Kubernetes based. So if you are able to see here, there is a web application. There are some configurations for that web application. There are some ports. There are some environment secrets. Have you understood? This will be sent to the Kubernetes secrets. This will be sent to the Kubernetes ConfigMaps. And this application will be created as part of deployment. And because deployment needs a service, we will create service also. Have you all understood what we are trying to do? Did you understood what we are trying to do, guys? Yes, no? I can explain again. If needed, I can explain again. This entire things are here, right? Now, one important thing, if you need to understand, whatever you are seeing these things, these will be gone to the Kubernetes deployment part. This will be gone to Kubernetes config map part. This will be gone to the Kubernetes secrets part because password and username is there. Okay. So if you see here, CD Kubernetes folder, ls-lrta. Guys, how many files you are seeing? Can we count the files quickly? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. How many files? How many files are there? 9 files. Okay, so guys, those who have joined from LinkedIn live stream, this is the Telegram link I'm going to give you in the LinkedIn live chat itself. I will give you. Yeah, this is the Telegram link. You can keep it. Okay, did you got it, guys? All of you? Yes. Someone was asking me, right? Yeah. So total of 9 files in the server, right? Now we will create one by one each of the things. Now see carefully what I am doing. Okay. All of you see here. I'll do one by one, step by step. Just follow my things. Okay. Now, Install kubectl. So we have to install kubectl. Kubectl is a software with which we can talk with Kubernetes. Sometimes there will be some spaces in the commands, so you need to be careful here. Okay, so hit the URL, get the data. Curl, hit the URL, get the data. So you got the data. Once you have got the data, you are changing the permissions of that data. And once you have got that permission, you are creating a directory into the home server. And you are copying the what you call binary into the bin folder. You are exporting the path here. Okay. And again, exporting into the bash rc folder to save it. And then you are saving the bash rc folder. So source means you are saving. And finally, you have to check with this whether the Kubernetes kubectl is installed or not. Kubectl is a tool with which we can talk with Kubernetes. Okay, so let's do that hands-on now. Now you have to go to the Kubernetes folder and create the namespace. Very important, guys. Now one by one recipes we will see. Shall we see? Please remove comment covering the screen. I have removed already. Where is the comment? There is no comment. Now all of you see here, there are total 9 YAML files in our folder ls-lrta, and it means that we are creating 9 recipes for our Kubernetes. Very much important. So one by one recipes I will show you. Are you ready to see? Yes? Shall we see one by one recipes? People on my Telugu channel, can you tell me a yes? Because you guys are sleeping. I am not receiving any feedbacks from you. People on English channel are good. They are able to understand things. Yes? Others, quickly. Will you share my channel link with your friends? Okay. That's okay, Manoj. Great. Right. So quickly, we will see some things here. Okay. So these all files are there. We will see one by one file. So what is the first thing that you will create? Namespace. So all of you see here, vim namespace.yaml. So you see here API version kind metadata for namespace. These things are enough. And namespace is basically an imaginary space where you deploy your application in Kubernetes. So this is the file of namespace. And how do you create? You just say kubectl apply namespace.yaml. Now why this is important is, this is important because all your software systems, all your applications will be present in this imaginary space itself. And what is the next step? Verify the namespace. The command is kubectl get namespace. Now, do you see we have created 16 seconds ago? I can make the screen big also. Okay. Kubectl get ns 16 seconds ago. Clear the screen. Okay. Once you have cleared the screen, create the config map. Now, all of you see here, vim configmap.yaml. Okay, it's cat configmap.yaml. Now, config map has a data called database URL. Are you all able to see? Yes. See, I told you in the Docker, there was a point where the database URL was there that we are mapping to the config map. Are you all clear with this? Okay, thanks a lot, Azizul. Thanks a lot. That really means a lot to me, right? Right, good. So, yes, you have seen, right? So, we will create a config map also. So, you see here, I'm just creating for my database entry. Okay, so config map has been created. Let's assume that. Now, secrets. What kind of secrets can I store? Okay, so you see here cat secrets.yaml. Now, API version kind metadata type. Now, someone asked me, what is opaque? When you are using opaque, it's used to store the password. Okay, so you see here, this is a password which is base 64 encoded password. So how you create the secrets? kubectl apply -f. -f is called file name, and your secrets is also created. Now persistent volume, all of you see here cat persistent. Okay, cat persistent volume. dot YAML. In the persistent volume, API version, kind, metadata, spec. For the access, you are writing the access mode. How much I am taking from the Linux system, guys? All of you, can you tell me how much size I am taking from the system? Can you all tell me how much size I am taking from the system? 1 GB. Okay, so you take it 1 GB persistent YAML dot file. So your PV has been created. Okay, so if you see here, we will create a persistent volume claim for pod. So if you see here, cat persistent volume hyphen claim dot YAML. So for the pod also, we are going to create 1 GB of persistent volume claim. So once you have done this, you apply the persistent volume claim. Now, theory is very much important, so you have to go with that. And finally, I am going to create a deployment. Now, this is the important file. Let's talk about this. Cat ls-lrtm. Now, which deployment? Web deployment, cat web deployment. Now, if you see in the web deployment, guys, very important, see here, API version, kind, metadata, spec. In the specifications, if you see the containers data, ports data, and do you see here environment, database URL? And from where we are fetching the value? From the config map, and the name of the config map is this one. So whatever the config map you have created in the Kubernetes, there is a key called database URL, and that is sitting here. Have you understood a little bit? Have you understood, all of you? Yes. So basically, if you see here, we are referring to a container, a config map, which consists of database URL. And this config map we have already created. Okay. So database URL has been coming here. Are you all clear? Understanding? So what we will do, we will say kubectl web deployment.yaml. And my deployment has been created. And there is a DB deployment also. For DB deployment, if you see, here the secrets will be taken. Okay, if you see here, for the DB deployment, kind, API version, kind, metadata, specifications. If you see under the specifications, secrets, DB secret. So password, we are taking it, we are storing here, username, DB details. So same way, for database pod, you are attaching the secret. For application pod, you are attaching the configuration. So that is where you get the things and you say db deployment.yaml. Now, if you see in Kubernetes, if you clear the screen, kubectl get pods, okay, -n my app. Okay, how many containers are available for us, right? Now, if you see here, one running container and one error. Are you all able to see, guys? One container is running, one container is in error mode. Are you all able to see? Yes. One container is running and one container is having issue. Now, here comes the little bit twist for you. Okay. So what you have to do now, for every pod, we need a service also. So we have created a service. And to check the configurations, you see here, kubectl get config maps certificates. Okay. All those things are this. Now, one important thing. If you see here, one pod is having issue. Yes. Are you all able to see? This pod is having issue. All of you are able to see, right? Yes. Web deployment, the pod name having error. Now, what you have to do is you have to solve that error. Okay. How do you solve it? You can check the logs. What exactly my system is having issue, right? So for checking the logs of a pod, you write the command kubectl logs. Okay, I will write like kubectl logs, the pod name, Okay, -n, the namespace. So if you see, it is telling something. What it is telling? Error from server, bad request, container, web in pod deployment is in waiting state to start. Okay, so it means that it is telling that image is not found. Have you understood, everyone, what it is telling, guys? It is not able to pull the image. Which application? The web application. So what I will do, cat, I will go for the web hyphen deployment.yaml. And where is the image, guys? If you have seen the image, now this image, it is not able to find. Do you agree with me? Image not matching. Yes. Do you agree with me? How many of you are agreeing with Murari? Image is not matching. Image is not available in the container. So container is giving error. Troubleshooting, I am telling, huh? So container is giving error to me. Yes or no? What error I got, guys? It's telling, boss, your image pull is failed. It means your container which you are creating, right, with the help of image is wrong. The image itself is wrong. That is what it is telling. Have you understood? Image not found. Are you all clear? Now, how do you fix this? Either you can fix it by taking other image, or you can create your own image, or you can leave it. Okay, don't worry about this. Now, all of you tell me, till now, how was the class? Did you understood everything? Did you understood everything in our class? Yes. Even though we have tried to explain you many things, and one more thing, I'm going to tell you few important aspects. So don't leave this session. Have you understood? Tell me, how was the class till now? Did you learn some new things? Secret pods, all the data points. Did you learn? Yes. Quickly. Quickly. Come on the chat. On the chat, please. Yes. Good. Yes. But one more thing. If you tell me yes, I'm going to tell you one more thing here. Yes, quickly. New names, guys. See, Mohammed, all those names are I am already knowing. I know all your names. I want to see new names now. Quickly. Prakash Bhrani. Okay, this is new name. Yes, you all have learned new things. So documents will be rolled out in this Telegram group within some time. And the tomorrow's class live link also will be rolled out in some time. Okay. And you can follow me on Instagram. Okay. And one more thing, guys, till now you have learned from me so many things. Okay. Many things today. And you understood little bit things you have not understood also. But don't worry. One thing I am going to tell you all for your information, guys. I am starting the batch 9. Okay. So till now, batch 8 students we have completed, almost completed. So any batch 8 students in my live class? Any batch 8 students in my live class here? Anyone from batch 8? Batch 8. Batch 8. Anyone? Quickly. Batch 8 students who are watching me. Okay. Okay, Suren is here, batch 8. I know Ajay, Sandeep. Okay, few are here. Good. Now, all of you see here, guys, if you want to be with me till September, anyways, you will be with me. September, October, November. So for the next 3 months, if anyone wants to learn under my expertise, okay. So you see here, what are the topics that we are going to cover, starting from Linux to understanding your hunting for a job. I will be with you. Okay. So this course contains 2 months of live classes with 14 projects and 15 plus assignments. Plus, we are going to cover in this 14 projects, everything. The projects will be from, if you see here, the projects will be from Infosys, Walmart, and Verizon. Okay. And I will be only teaching live classes for you. Okay. And if you want to see where you can talk with the students, we have a dedicated feed page also. And you can see our students, once they get any placements, they put it here, and our students try to interact with them also. So these all people, if I put it in the recent filters, You can see here, all these people, all these students are from our batch itself, right? How they get placements, how they talk with each other, whatever there is, we have the feed section here. So if anyone wants to attend the batch 9, one important thing for you all, I will be taking today 15 enrollments from this current class. Okay. Now, if anyone is joining today, I'm going to tell you very clearly, listen, the next coming Thursday, it means today is 24th, first 15 people, those who are enrolling today. Okay. So this 29th of August, I am going to have a first session with you. So it means that for the first 15 people, those who are with me and those who are joining today, from 29th, your first session, I'll be connecting with you, I'll be guiding you, I'll be understanding your pain points, I'll be walking over your journey. So only 15 people, one-to-one session, and then we will continue how the roadmap we are going to build for you. Okay, next 3 months, how we are hunting for the job. So those 15 people who want to enroll for batch 9, okay, with very less cost, the cost of the batch is 4250. And if you see the batch, if you see the previous batches cost, it's up to 5499. Okay, the batch 8 went till 5499, and I'm guaranteeing that people have seen my LinkedIn profile. You have seen my LinkedIn profile, right? You know what I do always. I teach to the students, I mentor to the students. I've given many jobs to many students, and all the things LinkedIn only tells you. Okay, my placement opportunities, my awards, my rewards in the previous companies. If you see, everything has been attained with hard work. So if anyone wants the dedicated mentorship from me, starting from projects to rolling out things, I am with you. So who will be the first 15 people today who are enrolling in this live session? I will be connecting with you. Now, once you have enrolled, let me know your name. Okay, so let's say like Pawan has enrolled with me. So Pawan, you have to give your name to me. Okay, just say like Pawan enrolled. So once you have enrolled, you tell your name and you tell me enrolled, and I will be reducing the seats. Okay, so first 15 people, if you are interested for batch 8, you can learn with me. And to be very honest, in the batch 9, we have revamped the projects. For batch 8, whatever the projects were there, we have revamped here. And tomorrow you will see networking, right? The core networking you will see in the batch 9 actually. Okay, so anyone who has enrolled today, let me know. Pawan, you have enrolled? Okay, I will explain again. Okay, just take a deep breath. I will explain again. So guys, this is batch 9. From last 2 years, I am into teaching. I have taught to many students, like almost 15,000 students. And this course is designed for DevOps engineers, SRE engineers, cloud engineers. And it's basically from basics to advanced. Okay. Once you have enrolled to me by paying this amount, you will be enrolling yourself for a seat. And you will be getting 14 projects. It's live classes. All the classes I teach in live. And if you see the placement stories, all the students have placed in Amazon, 5 offers, Flipkart, right? You can talk with the students also by going here. Okay. So this is specifically for batch 9. Okay. And English, basically, it's an English batch. Okay. Nidish Abraham enrolled. Okay, good. Thanks a lot, Nidish. Okay. Okay. Mohammed Kashif, I am not sure which batch. Weekly classes, weekend class. So basically 3 classes per week, Durai Raj. Class timings, yes, let me tell you. If you come here in the class timing is from 9 a.m. IST to 11:30 p.m. IST every weekend. So we will have 3 classes per week. So you see here, 3 class per week, Saturday, Sunday, and Wednesday. Okay. So in this 3 classes per week, and till the end of the November, you will be with me. Is it clear? Right. Now, once you have enrolled, let me know you have enrolled. So I'll be waiting for 15 people to join with me. And this Thursday, only for the 15 people, we will be starting the things for the first 15 people. Yes, if you have a career gap, you can join, Anvish. Definitely you can join. And we will be meeting on the coming Thursday, we will be meeting. Okay. So guys, those who have enrolled or those who have any queries, please let me know. And meanwhile, I will be preparing the documents for you to roll out, and I'll be preparing the live links. One important thing, those who are enrolling for batch 9, I will be guaranteeing you that for the first 15 people, I will be with you. Okay. This is my guarantee. You take it. Is it clear? Yes. Firoj, in batch 9, entire content is revamped. Okay. Batch 8, you can see the page itself is revamped. The design page itself is revamped. If you see all the previous batches, all the pages were same. The page and the content both are changed for the batch 9. Yes, आपको projects मिलेंगे. Danya, I have seen just now. You can ask me your details. Yes, Vinay, I have seen your email. I will connect with you on Monday. Okay, Vinay? Right. Yes. Now, once you have enrolled, projects मिलेंगे आपको, मैं hands on करवाऊंगा आपको. ठीक है, Vinod? People on LinkedIn, if you are watching me, this is the link which you can enroll for batch 9. For the first 15 people, for the first 15 enrollments, I will be with you till the end of the 2 months. Okay. So dedicated mentorship for the first 15 people. No, in Telugu, we are not going to do it. Okay. Manish, you can check. It will be reflecting for you in the what you call like areas to areas, the cost changes. Okay. For Indians, it's less cost. For little bit outside people, it will be more cost little bit. Recordings will be available. Yes, that's what I told you. 2 months duration, 2 years access, recordings will be provided. And it's completely beginner friendly. And if you see here, once you book your seat, the coupon will be automatically applied. And this kind of projects you will be doing with me, where you have Azure, where you have AWS, where you have different kinds of projects with me, right? All those things are there in the batch 9. For example, this project which you are seeing. Okay, once you have enrolled, guys, please let me know you are enrolled. I will be minusing the seats and I will be moving ahead. Anyone enrolled from the live, please let me know. I have enrolled name Bharadwaj. Great. Thanks a lot, Bharadwaj. Timings, again, I am repeating 9 a.m. to 11:30 p.m. 9 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. Weekends. Ramana Reddy have enrolled. Okay, Raj have enrolled. 3 people have enrolled. So 12 people, I am waiting for you guys. You can come with me. Please tell us some of the projects which we are going to do. Okay, sure. So some projects which we are going to do, let me tell you quickly. So if we come back here on the page. Okay. Why I have not added the dedicated project section is basically we are revamping the projects, but in this course, damn sure you are going to get CI/CD bigger project, Docker Kubernetes bigger project, Python project, Kubernetes advanced project, Terraform more advanced project, EKS clusters creation, EKS clusters management, Python Django deployments, Ansible, more kind of complex projects from organizations we are going to take this time. Azure infra creation, Kubernetes Istio, Kiali, Jaeger cluster management, different kinds of tools is there with this course. And you are going to get dedicated certificate also in this particular course. Okay. Is this course offering with who has very low knowledge? Yes. It's completely beginner friendly, guys. So if you see here, complete beginner friendly, basics to advanced beginner friendly course. And I will be teaching. No other mentors are here. Yes, Bharadwaj, once you have enrolled, you will be getting an email, and live links you will get in a little bit of late, like coming weeks, you will get the live links, right? But this Thursday, you will get a separate meeting invite where you can join. Okay. Keep an eye in the email. Okay. Right. 12 people I am waiting. Telugu people, if you want to enroll, this is the time for you to enroll. Previous batch, no, Firoj, content is changing every batch. Okay. So if you are joining batch 9, you will be given access to the batch 9 content. Okay. Right. People on LinkedIn, I know you have couple of doubts, but what I'm trying to say is if you are enrolling, I will be dedicatedly mentoring the first 15 people because it's an early bird offer. First 15 people for guidance, dedicated guidance. Okay. Is it clear? Will give a knowledge. Yes, I am going to give you all the knowledge that I have with me. And if you see my LinkedIn, the way I teach, you can see here on the posts. If you see any of my posts, you will be able to understand what I teach, how I help the people, or how I help the community to upskill. So if you see here, I always share the content which are related to DevOps automation, and people like it. So 400 likes. What a fresher should do, right? In terms of content management, what a fresher should learn. Almost 350 likes, close to. A fresher resume, almost 400 likes, right? 210 likes, 230 likes, 579, 600 likes on Linux networking. These all things I have experienced myself, and I am sharing the content with you all. Okay. No Telugu batch. Sumant, again, I am telling, yes, placement assistance will be given. So if you see here, dedicatedly, we have designed the placement assistance. So I'll be giving my resumes from Walmart, Verizon, everything, 400 plus interview questions, whatever I have cracked. Mock interviews I will take of you. I will make you walk through over the job portals and all the things, different kinds of things you will be experiencing with me. Guys, you have to only enroll for batch 9. I am not sure. Manikanta, which batch you are enrolling, guys? Are you enrolling for batch 9 or any other batches you are going to? Don't go for other batches, guys. Batch 9 is the latest one. Okay. Is it clear? Yes, I will talk about this. Yes, 9 only, right, Manikanta? Good. Okay. So guys, I am waiting for 11 more seats. How many of you have interested? First tell me. How many of you are interested? That 11 people, you tell me a yes, and I will tell you what to do. 11 people, I'm waiting for your call to come to me. Who are those? Durai? Okay, 1. Anyone else? Dharmendra? Okay. 2. Mahesh? 3. Anyone else? Binod? 4. Okay. Ramakrishna Kotarji? 5. Shakri? 6. 7. Anvesh? Okay. Siri? Good. Thanks a lot. 8, 9, 10. Okay. One more last. 11. Okay. Wait. Now, you 11 people are here, right? With me. Okay. Fine. Wait. You 11 people are here, right? What you do is, yes, Alpha and everyone, what you do, if you have any questions, you let me know in the chat. Okay. If you have any questions, quickly let me know in the chat. Any questions, if you have, you let me know in the chat. And parallelly, you can go over the website and check all the things. You can check. This is one such placement on 22nd August, batch 9 student. But we have more placement stories. If you come down a little bit, okay, all the different kinds of placement stories, how our students share the learnings, you can see everything here. Okay, so yes, I am giving you next 5 minutes, guys. Next 5 minutes you can enroll and you can be with me. Yes, links to enroll. Yes, I am giving you the links to enroll. Please take it. Next 5 minutes I will be in this live. Once you have enrolled, I will be receiving your name. Okay, and this Thursday, we will be talking with you. Okay. First 15 people, I will be starting a dedicated mentorship. That's for sure. Okay. So Alpha, you can take this link. Yes. All of you can take this link for batch 9. You can enroll from here. Okay. The batch 9 link. Alpha, where are you? Guys, all of you. Yes. This is the link, Alpha. And yes, this is the link, Bharat. I have shared you. Yes, LinkedIn profile handling, resume handling, mock interviews, everything I will do for you all. Okay, those who are joining with me. Old batch people, yes, you can join. Definitely, Santosh, you can join. Right? You can get more things here. That's for sure. Okay. Yes, Mahesh, there will be a dedicated group. As I have told you, this is the group for your doubts clearing. Whatever you see here, this is our dedicated feed section. You can come to here, you can post anything, you can interact with people also. Okay, so if you see top content here, and people are having, we have leaderboard also. So as of now, Omar is on 4th position, Firoz, okay, Firoz is on 1st position, Vallabh Sai is on 2nd. These all are batch 8 students basically. So we have a leaderboard also, so that people join and people understand what we are trying to do. Yes, you can join, you can definitely join. Okay, Mohan is telling, hi Praveen, I have just now tagged. Okay, let me see. Okay, good. So Mohan, I am accepting if we are not connected. Okay, you have not sent. Okay, that's good. Okay, I have just now did that. Okay, I will put like, okay, good, right? Okay, my name is Bharat. I have enrolled for batch 9. Great. This course will cater for 0 to 15 years of experience. Okay, this course will cater for 0 to 15 years of experience. You can watch it actually. You can get it all the things. Okay. Okay. Chakravarti is asking, I am from IT professional in TCS. I need to switch my career and DevOps. Yes, is this DevOps career? How was the job market? See, job market is always up and down, but we have to give a try. Alpha, yes, you can try. You can try. No issues. Okay. Yes. If you have a career gap, how many years of career gap you have? Can you tell me, Naveen? How many years of career gap you have? Hi, Praveen. Okay, great. Mahesh enrolled. Okay, 3 years. Okay, for 3 years, little bit difficult it is there, Naveen, right? But what I am trying to say is you can learn it. You can learn an upskill. Okay. Now, guys, last 5 minutes, I'll be waiting for you. Once you tell me your name, I will be attaching your name with my details. Okay. What kind of job roles can apply after batch 9? So you can target SRE. You can see here SRE, DevOps, and cloud opportunities you can try. Okay. So you can see here what you will learn. If you see here Linux, starting from Linux, Git, Jenkins, integration, Docker volumes, architecture, Kubernetes, Istio-Kiali, Jaeger, tracing, Kubernetes, Helm charts, securities, jars, deployments, AWS, Route 53, load balancers, Linux, IP table, trace route. How do you do that? Linux networking, scenario-based troubleshooting, Kubernetes webhooks, controllers, admission controllers, Apache Kafka, Spring Boot, add-on Kubernetes scenarios, Docker file scenarios, Jenkins file scenarios, monolithic microservice architecture. All those things are here in this project. Okay, and it's a project-based learning. Very simple. DevOps labs. Okay, good. Guys, okay, one more thing. Last 5 minutes, 5 p.m. Those who are interested to enroll, you can enroll. Last 8 people, I am waiting for you to enroll. Okay, please enroll yourself. 8 people we are looking for enrolling yourself in batch 9. Let me see some things here. Okay, anyone is trying to enroll? Give me a yes. I will wait for you. If no one is enrolling, then we can continue in tomorrow's class. I will take the first eight people or 7 people, those who have enrolled today. Anyone is trying to enroll? Do you want me to wait, guys? Yes, Manish, I have counted you. Yes, Manish Adhikari, I have counted you. Yes. So I am waiting for you, Chakravarti, and few other people, those who are looking to enroll. So I have also shared with you the link of batch 9. You can check here. Yes. So whatever you have seen here in the today's class, okay, this all documents will be available for you in the Telegram group. Okay. And whatever you have seen in the project thing, it will be available for you in the in the Telegram group. Okay. So make sure that you are working on these projects. Okay, Praveen, can I get placed in a product based? Yes, definitely, Karan. So we are targeting product based opportunities also, and we are trying to make sure that you all are getting some good job opportunities. Okay, remove the highlighter. Where is the highlighter, yaar? Bro, I have five years gap. For upskilling, it will be good. Okay, for upskilling, it will be good. And I will add these projects in your resume also. Is it clear? I will add these projects in your resume also. Yes, you can pay. Yes, Manasare, you can pay here in the batch 9. Okay, any more questions, guys, you have? Okay, quickly, last 5 minutes, I will wait in this call. You have any questions, you can ask me. And if you have any doubts also, you can ask me. Any questions, any doubts? Any questions? Any doubts? Any queries you have? Okay, Telugu people, ఏం డౌట్స్ లేవా? అందరూ సైలెంట్ గా చూస్తున్నారు అసలు క్లాస్ ని. 33 people వాచ్ చేస్తున్నారు ఛానల్లో. No, Manikanta, we have a feed section. That's what I told you, right? Please solve this issue for WebPod before leaving. Batini, this is the solution for you all. Okay. It's not free, Sankit. It's not free because T2 medium we are taking. Freshers openings, you have to check in portals, guys. Okay. Shiva, yeah, I am taking Q&A little bit. Okay. Okay. Any more queries? Enrolled. Shivaraja, great. How should I pay partial payment? You can opt for EMI also. Can you give an overview of your real-time projects and its tool stack? What will be thought for batch 9? Yes. Tools stack is completely whatever you are seeing here. Okay. You see here, whatever you are seeing here, everything is your tool stack. Okay. If you need a dedicated tool stack, I will add my team to add it, and projects also. These two things we will add it. But what I am promising you is 14 projects I'm going to teach you. So if you see here in the batch 8, if you see here, these were the tools which we were covering. Okay. Istio, Kiali, Jaeger, RBAC, Maven, Jira, Docker, Kubernetes. The same thing we will add it in the batch 9 also. Okay. Little bit the changes in the tools. Yes, sure, Soheb. That really means a lot. From bottom to top, what is that question? Shiva, I didn't get that. What is that bottom to top? Great. Hey, this came in my recommendations. Can you let me know, brief, what is this about? I am really looking for people with whom I can study DevOps. Shahid, this is batch 9 which we are talking. If you are interested to enroll, you can enroll with the link. If you are not interested, you can watch. You can join my free course on YouTube also. So today was our first batch where we are learning some things. Okay. Right. Azure and GitHub Actions covered. Yes, boss. Azure and GitHub Actions are covered. If you see here, Azure and AWS included, and GitHub Actions. GitOps also we are going to cover here. Okay. Right. On LinkedIn. Chakravarti, it will, if it is having issue, it will be reverted. Okay. Course content, definitely. So all of you see here, this is what the course content you will get it in batch 9, guys. Okay. From Linux fundamentals to starting your projects to making sure you are ready for the job. 14 projects I am going to teach you, and each project you can get details here. Week wise topics you can see here, and project wise topics also you can see here. Specifically because you all are asking for projects, by tomorrow or by Monday, I will be adding, with my team's help, a separate project section and a separate tools section. I think that will help you. Clear? Yeah, basics to advanced, I will take care. Yes, definitely. Shiva, that is my take. For projects, labs will be given, or should we set up on our own? I will give you project labs. So if you see here, few project labs we have with us, but most of the things we will do on AWS and Azure. Okay, we will use less of this. We will use more of AWS and Azure. Okay, any more queries? Any more questions you have with respect to today's projects? Or yeah, all will be live sessions. Mohammad Kasif, all will be live sessions. Yes. Yes, all are live sessions. I don't really like basically this recorded sessions. Okay. Each tool index. Yes, you can get it. Each tool index, you can check here. You can check in this link, you will get it. Okay, any questions, guys? Timings, morning 9 a.m. IST to evening, morning 9 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. Non-technical background, Shahid, very good. You can learn so many things. Weekends and weekday also, Manikanta. Wednesday also we will do. I enrolled this 9, where it is login portal, sir. Yes, this is the login portal. www.heydevops.in. This is the login portal, Suresh. Okay. Okay. Help? What help? Okay, great. Manasare, we can talk now. Okay, Mahesh is asking, basically, I am a non-IT guy having 5 years non-IT experience. Okay. Okay, good. Give me 1 minute. I'm just coming. Okay, I will talk with few of you all, guys. Okay, so I will share the link so that I can talk with you all. Okay, so I will invite you all. If anyone wants to talk with me, this is the link. Okay, you can join in the stream. We can discuss few things. Okay, those who are joined the Telegram group, the documents will be rolled out there. Okay, Shuhaib, it's basically the difference is that the dedicated projects will be for you. Okay, in batch 9. Okay, in batch 8, if you see, it will be different. Okay. Okay, Guru is here. Hey, hi, Guru. Yes, how are you? I was I was trying to tell people that okay, we have launched batch 9, and I'm just trying to make sure like people are joining, right? So great to see you. You were there with me for 2 hours. You were
No,
there from starting.
no. I started, then I was rebuilding my whole infrastructure
What happened?
because I had a security notification from Google
Oh, okay.
that I need to patch my infrastructure and my
Understood.
Google and my Kubernetes cluster and all the base VMs
Understood.
because of the SSH issue.
Mm-hmm.
I upgraded them, but then my applications were still running on the old one, so I had to upgrade. I have like 6 frameworks, 12 bombs, and all those things I have to upgrade, right? So
Okay.
it takes a bit of time. Yeah,
So basically, a security patch has come to you, and you are trying to fix that.
yeah. I feel with the base security and all, it's all Terraform, so
Hmm.
one go. But the thing is, once you upgrade them, I have to upgrade the application as well. So
Tarun is asking this. Interviewer asked about 2 to 3 word that belong, I guess, K8 API resource and some configuration file. What was that? Okay. I think he was asking you this command, brother. Okay. So I purposefully didn't show you, but where is our kubectl API hyphen resources? This is the command which you have to hit. Yeah, this is the command which you have to hit. So this is basically what it does is it will show you all the resource API endpoints which are available in the Kubernetes. Okay, for pod you are using a app slash v1. For let's say deployments, v1 only sometimes we use. So different resources will have different API groups, and this is that the interviewer was asking from you. Okay, any questions, guys? Any questions quickly? Guru is also with us. He will share his knowledge with you. Any questions? Any doubts, by the way? Is there any Telegram group is there? We will give to you. But as of now, once you have enrolled, all the communications will be done on email. Okay, questions I am not getting. Almost like 120 people are watching me in 3 platforms. So, okay, good. Okay, any questions? We will only take queries, guys. If you have any questions, you can put it. Guru is with me. If you don't have questions, then probably we will talk. Guru and myself will talk. Okay, now Aman is asking, I have 2.5 years of career gap because of health issues. Can I join this batch? I am from non-IT background. Yes, you can join definitely. But thing is, right, how we will cover that career gap? If you are genuine health issue, you have all the documents, still people will not consider 2.5 years of gap, Aman, right? For that reason, we have to little bit make sure like how we are fixing that, or how we are telling that interview, or we have to search some nearby companies which are under our locality and start job from there. Okay, Chakri is with us. Hey, hi Chakri.
Yeah, hi.
Yes, what's your question?
As I said, I'm basically from, I am a TCS guy, IT professional only.
Okay.
I'm doing automation task, entering that task to
Okay.
automationing.
Mm-hmm.
So I want to switch my career into data science or DevOps. I not cleared. So mostly I'm currently I'm doing related to DevOps, right? So like that, I want to go with a career as a DevOps. So that's
You can go. What you are doing currently?
it's like there is some tasks with different spoke towers, like password generating reports and all from
From
understanding. I
from
mean, it's like a sun for my account, and they are doing password age calculations and user missing values. They are doing daily doing that these tasks.
So you are dealing
Yeah.
with
Uh,
user data
yes,
data
like it
related.
is like a ITSM tool,
Okay, understood, understood,
but
understood.
generating tickets automatically.
Uh,
We are writing a scripts behind that.
Understood. That's good actually. Okay, see, and how many years of experience you have?
1.6 years. Just 22 password batch.
Oh, okay, okay. And okay. So what you can do is, see, you can come to DevOps, or you can go to data, or you can go to testing also. That's not an issue. But
Yeah,
which field is you are interested, you have to select, right? I can tell you
yeah, yeah.
like everything is good, but as of
I
now,
saw your YouTube channel from Telugu DevOps only, as
hmm,
mentioned.
understood, understood. Yeah. So as of now, see, market is little bit tight because you can understand, right? People are more, and demand is less, supply is more. So that situation we are facing, but we are not sure like when proper openings will be there and one proper job search will start. You can start with DevOps, and you can go with experiencing different kinds of tool sets. And in 2 months, if you are okay, then you can be with learning DevOps itself. And by that time, in your current organization, you will complete 2 years also. That will be a good thing for you.
That's what I am
That's
doing.
what, right?
And
Yeah, your plan I understood actually. Yeah,
TCS, it is not giving much package also.
yeah, yeah, understood, understood. We should not tell those things openly. What do you say, Guru? He's telling TCS.
I don't work in India, so I don't say.
What?
I don't work in India.
Yeah, yeah, but he's telling that TCS is giving less salary.
It's
As
a
a
well-known
fresher.
secret. So
Yeah,
it's a
that's
well-known secret. So
correct.
my suggestion is, uh, don't say like my remember, some of the top
They,
executives of TCS are paid more than some other
yes,
company.
yes.
So my
I am
suggestion
telling
is,
that as a fresher.
no,
That's why.
I'll tell you, money is not happiness.
Yes,
Trust
yes.
me. If my wife agreed 10 years ago that we can move back to India, I wanted to move back to Pune, and she wanted to move back to Chennai, and we had a big debate, and then we decided that we don't want to go anywhere and we'll stay in London itself. So my suggestion is, money is needed, but money is not the only criteria. For example, let's say if I give you 1 crore rupees per year and tell you to do a donkey's job, would you do it? Most probably. Okay, 1 crore rupees is maybe yes. Maybe let's say 10 lakh or 15 lakhs or something like that. You won't do it, right? So it all depends on the context. But my suggestion is, don't talk about money. Maybe think about what value you bring. Value is the right option rather than the money.
Okay, thanks, Chakri. It was nice
Thank
talking to
you.
you. Yeah,
Thank you.
thanks.
Thank you.
So, Guru, we have many questions coming. Using Terraform import, get the existing resource, then run Terraform apply. Oh, what is? Oh, okay. He's telling something other. Uh,
Okay.
this question actually people are asking, Guru. When one team member deletes state file manually, how will you recover deleted state files?
My suggestion is, number one, don't keep your state files local. Yeah. Number two, if you are having remote, yeah, enable, for example, this can be an S3 bucket or a GCS bucket. Enable version on it, so you can't technically delete it.
Understood.
It's a simple thing. The thing is, what you can do is give the right IAM role, saying that you can only modify, you cannot delete. Yeah, in IAM, in GCS bucket and S3 bucket, which is normally the remote thing, what you can say is, or my suggestion is, don't give the remote state file only read only. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, give them read only, and then when you try to do apply, it won't apply. Tell users different service account to go and do it, so that people won't able to delete it in the first case. For example, you run it via code build or or a cloud build using a Bastion server. You can do that. Yeah. So there are two ways. One is, don't allow don't allow them to change at all, which is read only. But then they won't be able to apply because it's read only. They won't be able to do it. Number two is enable the versioning of the backend, which is your S3 bucket or GCS bucket, so that each time when they create something, it will create a different version. Yeah. And then if they try to delete it, the previous version will come back. Or you can do cross-regional replication if you need to. But there is no foolproof. It's like, well, if you have a hammer and a glass, well, if you have given the permission, you can always break it, right? So it depends.
Okay, Manasare is asking, I have 7+ years of experience in BW. In between, I have changed 2 companies for 1 year and now currently don't have job. Can I get any offer? Okay, he left the job.
BW? What is BW?
In between.
Okay.
In 7 years, he has changed 2 companies.
Okay.
And he doesn't have a job currently.
Okay. What is your skill set, Manasare?
Yeah, he didn't put that actually.
So the thing is, why did you have a 1-year gap? And now currently I don't have job. Can I get any offer? Currently, how much? Okay. And for 1 year, change 2 jobs for 1 year. Doesn't matter how many jobs you switch. Doesn't really matter. The thing is, if you don't have a job now, don't worry about it too much. Yeah. My suggestion is do some volunteering work or take a break and say that you are on a break. Just don't make it blank. Say that you are taking a break for studying something. Yeah. So my suggestion is it's all how you position yourself. That's all. The thing is, if a person is not taking you for some reason, it's not your fault. My suggestion is never ever say lies on your CV. Don't. Because later on, if you are caught, you will be in trouble. It becomes a very bad thing on your CV. Don't do that. The best thing to do is tell the truth and maybe put it a positive note on that thing and say that you are ill or something like that, but don't make something which will later you will regret.
Understood. Yeah. So I think so many questions are coming. Divya is asking, I have Java 7 years of experience and currently on a career break. Just wanted to check if in DevOps, how can I use my Java and AWS skills and get back to work because DevOps is a trending field.
I have seen this trend that I'm a Java person. Trust me, I've been doing Java for 20 years plus now, right? So one thing is, I don't know why people move from a development background to DevOps. Who told them that Java is dying? No. My suggestion is, why are you concentrating on switching from one to another, Divyaji? Why can't you do both? Look at me. I can share you screen now and show how much development I do. It's all depends on your point of view. Go to a company and say, I have 5 skills, and some of them is DevOps. I'm sure they will consider you more valuable than say, I've been doing Java for 7 years now. I want to move to DevOps. What happens after 5 years when DevOps, or maybe 10 years when DevOps is not that trending because of AI and due to platform engineering or other stuff? What will happen then? So my suggestion is, if you look at me, when I started, not even cloud was there. So I learned a lot of things, but I still did not leave my professional. First thing is my development skills. So always be multi-valued, multifaceted skill set, and you will never have a problem if I don't have a job. I've been in the industry for a long time, and trust me, I was never jobless, where I was jobless only for 3 months out of 24 years. And that was my choice, by the way. So
Okay, someone is asking, what is your YouTube channel, Guru?
It's Agile @Agile Guru.
You want to share
YouTube.com/.
link? I will share.
Let me see if I can.
No, I am sharing. No issues.
YouTube @Agile Guru.
Yeah, I got it.
I don't think so.
Oh, you also shared. I also put actually. Okay.
Yeah.
It's okay.
It's very
Good.
simple. It's @Agile Guru.
Okay.
Sorry, I don't put too many videos because I don't want to repeat stuff. Some of the things I put are very, very technical, and they are at a very highly technical. They are not for freshers. It's like mine is around productivity and engineering. I'm putting on engineering series. This will take a lot of time, and I have to I have to put in a lot of effort. Obviously, it's summertime. It's nice weather in England, so I'm enjoying my life.
Yeah, that's great. Actually, that's great. If there are thousands of manual infrastructure changes done on emergency, how can we get the changes updated to Terraform state file?
You can't.
What is
Because
that?
if thousands of manual are being made, who's making them? How will you know something is being made? So,
But for a, let's say, like for one instance has been changed, you can do Terraform pull, Terraform refresh. Those things
the
can
thing
be
is, in Hindi there is a saying, "Now rahega baas na bajegi basuri," which means if there is no bamboo, there will be no flute. Yeah. My suggestion is, why are you giving your people one person? Means, see, in the company I work or in my personal life, everything is Git. Everything is Git. First thing is Git in it, then only start writing the Terraform scripts or manual things. And the thing is, you have to track down. My suggestion is, if you're making changes, for example, infrastructure, what? Disk, RAM, or instance type, why are you making it manual? Don't do the donkey job. Odd thing is, if you want to use a Terraform state, you can use the import. But how would you know what firewall changes have been made, load balancer change has been made, URL map has been made, some DNS change has been made, and some of them are not even handled by Terraform. For example, your DNS may not be even an AWS resource. And what happens if you are in an on-prem infrastructure? Then what happens? So my suggestion is, first start with code and then execute, whether it's Ansible or a Terraform, whatever. Make sure that everything is tracked using version control system. That would be my approach, because if you're saying thousands of manual code, then it won't be a problem.
understood. I was just preparing the links for tomorrow actually. Okay, so anything else? I see project is done. Yes, project is done. Classes in evening? No. As of now, all the classes are in morning only, guys. So 9 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. IST. Hi, Praveen. I'm beginner right now in DevOps and have doubt in Ansible. Please ask your doubt, Mohammed. What is your doubt? Okay, Andrew is telling thank you to Guru. Can we search jobs with two profiles, DevOps and Scrum Master? I have gap of 8 months. 8 months is fine. Yes, you can search. And how many years of total experience you have, Santosh? Praveen, I have enrolled for batch through early bird offer. Great. Thanks, Raghu. With all your experience from Praveen and Guru, how do you troubleshoot if any issue occurs with DevOps tools like Jenkins, Docker, Kubernetes? What are your first steps to handle it? Guru?
Alexa, stop. Okay, sorry, it's telling me that it's coffee time. My Alexa is saying coffee time. Right. With all the experience, number one, look at the logs. When you get an error, just don't panic. Yeah, look at the logs, see where the issue is. And my suggestion is, I normally break my DevOps tools or whatever slow. Okay, this is happening. Okay, this is not the problem. This is not the problem. Oh, from this is to this. For example, I'll make a simple example of making samba. Right? You may think that there is a problem with tamarind. No, it is dal is good. Yes, it's yellow. Yes, it's too runny. Maybe boil it a bit more. But it's the boil is the only thing is it's tasting funny. Maybe the salt is less. I will not put 2 spoons directly. I'll put half a spoon and taste it. Similarly, you have to look at the logs. logs are your best efforts. My suggestion also is never ever do it in production directly. My suggestion is try to write the code, do the automation, execute it on a sandbox, make sure that everything works, and then do the work on your production instance. Once you have everything working on a development instance, my suggestion is also back up the softwares. For example, in Jenkins, I never write jobs manually using the GUI. Everything is coded using DSL. So something happens, someone goes and deletes it, I just apply it and it will go and build again. I don't sit and do it on all those things. So everything is code, everything is trackable, and execute it on a sandbox and then apply it on production. Then you will not have those problems in the first case. If you want examples, let me know. Tell them to ping me on LinkedIn and I will help them.
Sure. So Guru's LinkedIn will be, let me share. Yeah. Okay. So this is the Guru's link, guys. You can check here and you can connect with Guru.
Just be careful. I'm based out of London. So timing difference is there. Please don't ping me at 9 o'clock in the morning. I'll be busy reading my own books and studying from 4:30 a.m. to 8:30 a.m.
What is the time now, Guru, there?
Time is 4 o'clock. 4.5 hours difference.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So it's 8:30 there, right? It's 8:30 there, right? Yeah.
Correct.
So yeah, it's 4 o'clock.
Okay. Tarun Tiwari is asking, sir, can you provide a video or some repo at which real-time exact code APIs, certificates, configurations, pipeline test, environment, EXE certificate? Okay. So for first few things, certificates, I have not done any projects like DNS addition of the certificates and all. But rest of the things you can get on my YouTube channel, like pipeline management, testing, deployment.
Okay. Can I share my screen? And
please, Guru. That will be helpful. If you have anything, I will also see.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, I will create links for tomorrow's project.
You can let me know if you are seeing my screen. No?
Oh, okay. Add to stage. Yeah, I'm able to see. No. I was about to add it. Please share.
Sorry, man, mistake.
No problem.
Entire screen. Okay, let me know. Yeah. Please.
Yeah, it's visible.
Right. So let me. Okay. Let me know if you are seeing it. Yeah. So go to my GitHub thing, and you will. Mine is /Agile Guru, obviously, and go to my repository and find something called IAC SSL IAC K-Cert. Of course, this is for GKE only. It is not for AWS. But you can use something similar. Let me tell. So what happens is you do a Terraform in it. You can fork this already. If you see, a lot of people have forked it already. So you can fork it. It's public. What you need to do is create a Kubernetes cluster. In my case, I have created it using Google GKE, but you can create your own Kubernetes cluster. And then you use something called K-Cert. K-Cert is, it uses, this is the URL. Let me see if I can paste it. Okay. Praveen, can you do me a favor? Can you paste this URL, the one which I put in the private channel? Yeah, that one. Yeah, K-Cert.
Okay.
K-Cert.agileguru.org. If you go there, if you see the certificates are created automatically and they're renewed automatically. I don't have to sit and do anything. And the project which I am using is by Nabin Suleiman. If you click this, it will give you the whole thing. How to create a Kubernetes cluster and everything, and how to set up an ingress, and it will automatically create the certificate for you. The only thing you need is a domain name. That's it.
Oh, that's good actually.
Yeah, you don't have to create, you don't have to set anything, nothing. The only thing you have to create is...
We have to do. Guru, this also we have to do. It's a very good content actually.
Yeah.
Have you shared in your YouTube channel by any chance?
I think I should have. The thing is, to be honest, like I don't remember what I put in my YouTube channel much, to be honest. I
Okay.
think it is there. Let me see. Hold on. Let me see. SSL. Yeah. GK SSL with IAC. It is there.
Oh, okay, good. I think we can explain just like
Yeah.
what exactly people has to do.
Yeah. So this is the YouTube. Can you copy that and paste it, because I am not able to paste it in the comments.
You can do it actually. Okay, where is the link?
It is in the private chat.
Oh, okay. You are. Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah, this is the link, guys. If anyone wants to check on the certificates management of Kubernetes and all, I think this is good, which Guru has given.
So what happens is you can then you don't need to even create certificates. The only thing you need to do is when you create your Kubernetes ingress, just have to put two extra annotations. That's it. For example, I'll show you the. Okay, hold on. Where is my GitHub? GitHub/Agile Guru repositories SSL. Yeah. So once you have created your GKE cluster, yeah. So and I assume you use ingress controller or anything, doesn't really matter. Then what you can do is go to this ksert and execute this ksert.yaml. What this does, it kind of uses an interceptor. The only thing is, please change the email, else I will get you a notification saying that your domain has been expired. Doesn't really matter to me, to be honest. Once you do this, it will automatically listen to your ingresses. Each time you create your ingress, for example, in my app, I create an app which is a deployment and a service, and then what I do is do an ingress. But the only thing I need to do is put this annotation, this one and this one. ksert.ingress is managed. When you put these two and then define this one, you have to just define them. You don't have to create something. It will automatically create the certificate for this domain automatically, as long as your domain is public. It has to be public, obviously, because else Let's Encrypt won't create the certificate. For example, if I go to agileguru.org, you see the certificates. Certificate is secure, certificate is valid. It will see it is by Let's Encrypt automatically. Okay, I think it's too sharp, maybe. Just give me 1 minute. Yeah, I think now it should be visible. You see, automatically it's created. On Thursday, 16th of July, if I go to ksert.agileguru, Agile Guru, you see 16th. It was created automatically. I don't sit and manage all these things. It's very boring stuff to do. I don't want to sit. I want to concentrate on the applications. I don't want to sit there and create my SSL certificates or something like that. Nice, no?
I think that's good actually. I was just trying to create links for tomorrow, so I didn't watch.
Yeah.
But yeah, definitely I will check that repository. That is really helpful, I think.
Yeah. Just fork it and.
Can you give the GitHub link? People are asking actually.
Okay, hold on.
Okay.
I'll put it in the private chat.
Yeah, please.
And then you can copy and paste it.
Please. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah.
Just go to github.com/agileguru and search for SSL. It'll automatically come anyway. So.
He is asking, what are the potential risks or challenges of importing resources into an existing Terraform configuration?
Potential risk depends on what. For example, depends on the kind of resources you are importing. Right? For example, if you import an RDS, doesn't mean that all the database users will be imported. Doesn't mean to be. And when you import an EC2, maybe your user data may not be imported. It depends. It totally depends on the type of resources. My suggestion is there is no 100% guarantee that when you import something, everything will be, anything related will be imported as well. And when you try to apply it again, it may go and bugger it all. So just be careful.
Okay. Any more questions, guys? After setup Ansible, but there is no config folder, it shows Ansible config equal to null. Then you would have installed directly the Ansible without like yum install. If you do Ansible, that will not create a config files and all. It will create as per its configurations. So probably it will not have etc Ansible, the config file which you are looking for.
My suggestion is compare with Ansible. Okay, maybe it's private. Yeah. So
okay, Onkar is asking who will be okay. Onkar, that question is for me. I will be only teaching. Okay. Right. Guru, you can go ahead.
No, I think I was talking something else. I think the import the Ansible, I think I had an example, but I don't have it in my GitHub. I have it in my Azure DevOps, which is private.
Yeah, understood. Any more questions, guys? If no more questions, I think we can quickly wrap up this meeting. Okay, Tarun is very questions asking. He is asking. I create load balancing service in K8 external IP will get how without using external load balancer. What is this?
If I create a load balancing service in K8s, external IP will get how without using load balancer? How is it possible? You can, if you want to expose your service without a load balancer, you can, but it depends on the cloud and also on your infrastructure. For example, if you are running something and you can make your node public with a public IP address and then create an HA proxy and then forward the request to it, but I suggestion it's not worth it. The thing is, remember, load balancer does not cost you much. Yeah, because load balancer only creates one IP address which will be charged less. But if your cluster has like 5-6 nodes and it all will create a public address, and then tomorrow if you change the node, if it changes the IP address, then you'll all be in trouble. My suggestion is don't make it complicated, guys. Why are you making it life here complicated? A load balancing, either do it via cloud provided load balancer or use something like an HA proxy or use something like an Nginx controller where you create use an Nginx web server. You create it onto a landing zone / public machine and then forward request forward. But the thing is, you have to think about what happens if that machine goes down. A load balancer normally never goes down. So you have to think about availability as well. The support. Remember, for example, if I create a VM, yeah, and if I install an HA proxy or an Nginx proxy, it costs them $100. Tomorrow, if that machine goes down and I am put on call, yeah, it will cost them 10 times more. Yeah, so you have to look at the cost things as well. So it all depends on Tarun. Maybe you want to ping me on LinkedIn and let me understand what you're trying to do. Remember, you don't have to use an external load balancer either. It can be an internal load balancer as well. So it depends.
Okay. Okay, Chakri is asking. Chakri, this question is for me. So you have to wait. I will share all the details on your email. So those who have enrolled for today, right, I will be sharing all the details to your email. So don't need to worry. Okay. So Manasarya is asking, there are so many tools. I'm worried. Okay, Tarun is asking, we'll connect with you tomorrow. There are so many tools. I'm worried about which one we need to focus. I think this is the best question which we'll be taking. So Guru, I think everyone has the mindset like, yeah, I have so many tools. Which one to start learning?
Okay. First, don't think in terms of tools. think the underlying concepts. Why we are doing something? What are we trying to achieve? That should be your point. For example, when you try to learn cycling, your intention is to learn cycling, not to pedal or not to hold the handlebar. Similarly, if you go to a restaurant, you do good, I'm sure you go for their ambience, but the first intention is to kill your hunger. If you're not hungry, you will not go to a restaurant, right? Let's say you just had your lunch or dinner. So, my suggestion is try to understand what you're trying to do and why. For example, if I run something in a Java project, if I'm executing Maven, you don't need to use Jenkins. Just use a cron job to do it. Doesn't matter. But if your code repository is somewhere else and your build infrastructure is somewhere else, then you need to have a way of syncing them. This through can be Jenkins or GitHub Actions. Now, GitHub Actions is triggered by GitHub, which needs access to your build runners, which may not be possible in your infrastructure. But a Jenkins can do a poll. So it all depends on the context and how your infrastructure and your build infrastructure and your applications are set up. So it all depends on the network topology as well. My suggestion is try to understand how something is done, why something is done and what is being done. And then write the notes and then try to implement it in some other thing. For example, maybe GitLab or Azure DevOps. Ultimately, for a Java project, it's all about check out the code, have the Maven setting come from somewhere, go to the workspace, Maven clean deploy, Sonar scan, Trivy scan, create the Docker, upload. How can I do these steps in Jenkins or use them in something else? Just ask ChatGPT or Gemini and it will tell you. Just put in the syntax in a YAML file and that's it. So don't overthink.
Okay, great. So, guys, I would like to tell you all, I have just now rolled out the links for tomorrow's class also. So, Guru, I will just share my screen. I will present to the people like what exactly we are going to cover tomorrow. So, while you were talking with the people, I just wanted to make sure I roll out the things because it's already late here. So guys, this will be your links for tomorrow's class on LinkedIn. If you see, this will be the project which we will be doing. So what we are trying to do here, we will be seeing how the network interface of the pods are there. So we'll be talking about the popular CNI plugins like Calico, Flannel, ViewNet, and Cilium is there. But in this plugins, we will be only talking about Calico, how this Calico is helping us in providing the networking for the Kubernetes. We'll be talking about the service, how the logical abstraction of the pods networks are there, what is ingress. We'll be talking about the Kubernetes DNS. We'll be talking about the network policies, and we'll be considering about a little bit on the network security also. So all the things are here. So this will be your project for tomorrow. I hope you have got this links on LinkedIn, and also people, those who are there on LinkedIn, you can reshare this post with your friends. And also, if you are not on LinkedIn, on YouTube also, we have rolled out. So you can see on my channel. Okay, not here. Okay, this is other channel. Yeah. So in this channel, if you see in the live links, it will be rolled out. So this is the link which you have to join tomorrow. Okay, so I have shared all the things that we are covering here in this page. You can just check and make sure you are attending tomorrow. Is it clear, everyone? This will be the link. You can put the bell icon also. Hit this. Where is that? Okay, they removed the bell icon or what? I'm not sure. Okay, so you can just check this one also. Okay, right. So Raghu, okay, okay, Omar is there. Okay, thanks, Omar. Okay, great. So Guru, anything else you wanted to discuss?
If someone has some, for example, Tarun said, Guru, please accept what?
I think he connected with you on LinkedIn, so that's why he's asking you to share.
Fine. Okay.
Yeah,
I get too many questions. Yeah, tell him to ping Tarun, ping your question directly on message, and I'll try to help you out.
Okay, sure. So Tarun has done that.
Okay, and please accept for further questions in LinkedIn.
I think he's searching for your ID.
Okay. WebTech.
Web
I think my ID is WebTech Guru.
Web Dev Guru. Yeah, you have to search with Web Dev Guru, Tarun.
WebTech Guru or Gurumurthy Raghupati.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Or my suggestion is just do Google for agileguru.org. It will automatically
come. I think now he got it. I think he got it now.
Yeah.
Okay, Guru.
My suggestion is, if someone is interested, my suggestion is don't also restrict yourself to only if you are doing containerization and thing, have a look at something called Cloud Run, which is in GCP Cloud Run. You can even run, and for people who have a look at Cloud Run, Cloud Run now gives GPUs for free. So Cloud Run is a good option. And if you want something more, you have to tell me on what topics you want. And given that I work for a company who's the biggest partner of AWS and GCP, I can give you some free resources or topics or links to learning materials for free. I don't charge money for that.
That's great. Thanks a lot, Raghu. I think I will take next questions, Raghu. Okay, sorry, I am talking Raghu.
Raghupati is my dad's name.
Oh, sorry. Actually, I'm doing this LinkedIn things, right? So I'm just concentrating on that. I missed it. So, okay, Guru, thanks a lot for joining. I think I will take from here quickly.
Okay, then. Bye.
Thanks a lot, Guru, for your time, and we'll connect when and where like meetings are happening. We can definitely.
Okay, fine. Okay.
Bye. Thanks a lot. Lot of learnings. I will go through that link. Okay, he dropped off. Guru, I just wanted to tell you, I will go through your links which you have shared. I will also understand like the certificates things which I have not done. So I will take care of that. So, okay, guys, let me take it ahead. Thanks a lot for Guru. So just now we have rolled out the YouTube links. So tomorrow's project is this one, a clear-cut winner for your networking of Kubernetes. We are going to learn DNS, Calico, Core DNS, networks, controllers, ingress and egress, traffic routes. Along with that, I have given set of things which you can know by coming to your tomorrow's class. This is the link which you can see here. Yes, all of you are able to see this link. Okay, and on LinkedIn, if you are available, you can just click on this link which I have shared with you all on my feed section. You can click on this link and you can click on the attend button also if you are from LinkedIn. Okay, good. And now last 4 seats were there for people to enroll. Any questions with respect to batch 9? For next 2 minutes, I can answer it and we can wind this live here. We can see from tomorrow. Any questions? Any questions with respect to batch 9? Any questions for me? I'm just sitting in front of you. Any questions for me quickly? We will see the batch 9. Anyone who is interested to enroll, have queries, have questions, you can ask me. No questions, no queries? Guys, भाई लोग बहन लोग सब शांत है एकदम. LinkedIn में तो दबा के पूरा मैसेज किया हमको अभी. You have sent so many messages on LinkedIn. Bro, AI will replace DevOps engineer role. No, nothing will happen, Govindu. So don't worry. Okay, you don't need to take tension about that. Okay. Session timings: Suresh Babu, 9 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. Saturday, Sunday, and Wednesday. Okay, this will be your timings of the sessions. Okay, next questions. Okay, next. Anything you wanted to understand, discuss? The documents will be rolled out in the Telegram group. Okay, so you have to wait for that. Chakri, you will receive a separate email by, you can say, Tuesday. You will get the details where to join the meeting link. So Thursday we can connect. Doubts clearing session. Which doubts clearing session you are talking about? Okay, I didn't get that. Okay, so guys, thanks a lot for joining. CSC first year, what languages should I learn? Is it Packer is a DevOps tool? Yes, Packer is a DevOps tool which is used to create the AMIs, install the softwares and all those things. Can be practical payment now? Yes, you can do it. Partial payment? Yes, you can do it with EMI. Okay. As a DevOps engineer, do we need to learn any AI tools, bro? Yes, ChatGPT is okay. Gemini AI is okay. What is the other tool? Perplexity is okay. These three tools I also use regularly. Gemini AI I use a lot. See you. Thanks a lot, Omar. Thanks a lot. Okay, guys. Last 4 people. If anyone wants to have the dedicated mentorship from Thursday, you can enroll here and be the part of that. Okay. When you will start, I am going to start this batch 9 in the coming weeks. Okay, you can check all details in the batch 9 page. Okay, so clear roadmap in YouTube. Also, videos are there which I have made, Shakri. Just check that, it will help you. Okay. Okay, last one question. Anyone willing to enroll now? I will wait for next few minutes, or else we can wind the session. Tomorrow's class, I have already told you, this will be your class for tomorrow, the ultimate networking project. So you will be learning with me. Okay, no more questions. Are we good to wind up? Where are, okay, this is the stream here. Yes. Fresher placement assistance, I'll be giving you job opportunities. You have to apply. I'll be giving you my resumes. I'll be creating your resumes. I'll be giving you projects. Every resume I will tailor make. I will give you references. With that, you have to apply. Okay. Okay. SSL certificate link. This is the one which Guru has shared to us. Yeah, this is the one. Okay, great. Thanks a lot for joining, guys. I will wait for 4 more people. Those who are enrolling today, you will be with me for the next few months. Okay, and I'm very much eager to meet you all. Yes, off campus is a little bit difficult here. Literally off campus. Nowadays, it's getting very much difficult to go over the off campus things, understand the things. Yes, Anurag, what is your question? Ritam, it is starting from coming weeks. Okay. What is that? Please tell me. I didn't get that, Anurag. Off-campus freshers, literally it's creating issues right now. Okay. Good. So 77 people are watching. Telugu people already live links share chestanu. Mana channel lo kuda vachunటది. So ఒకసారి చూడండి వెళ్ళి. Okay. So this is the channel link. This is the tomorrow's session link, which I have just now rolled out. And people on LinkedIn, as you are aware, please check that things. You will be able to understand. Okay. Right. So how many people are attending tomorrow's session? Right. Good. That's great. Almost 20 people we have got it. Okay. Shweta? Okay. Okay, great. Shweta, you have any questions? You have come to live here. You can unmute.
No, I'm good. I'm looking forward to tomorrow's networking session for Kubernetes.
Okay. Great. Thanks a lot. I saw that you joined. I thought you have some questions. So
I was just trying to join the StreamYard. I was in the LinkedIn.
Yeah. So you joined the StreamYard link only directly. Okay.
Okay, yeah.
Okay. Thanks a lot. So tomorrow you join. It will be a very good project. And for today's project links, Telegram link, hope you have joined. So I'll be rolling out by 10:30 p.m. late night. I will release that.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Yeah. Take care. Bye. So that's all things are there. I'll be taking a break now. It's almost 3 hours. We have talked continuously. And last 4 people, I'm still waiting. So if anyone is there, you can meet me in batch 9. Okay. And we will roll out the things for batch 9 people. Whatever you have asked, I'll be adding those things. Okay. Right. Thanks a lot for joining. This is Singham signing off from today's video. We'll meet in next video. Tomorrow's video sharp at 6 p.m. Please join and see you all. Take care. Bye-bye. This is Singham signing off from this video. Bye. Yeah. Thanks a lot.